All right, what's up, everyone? We are back. Another prediction video for the first time in a long time. And so, of course, I've been saying recently I wanted to get back into doing YouTube on a regular basis, or at least somewhat regular basis. And this seems like a good time to do so. So before I get into it, I want to introduce everyone. I got two of my best friends for the past 10 years. First, we got Tony, broadcast live out of Austin, Texas. Yeah, also we got Jacob, broadcast live out of the far northwest side of Houston, over there close to Hockley and everything. Those are two of my homies who you guys probably remember would and they still do come with me on vacations, mainly like WrestleMania vacations. We were there last year. We're gonna be watching it at home this year, but it's all good. We still have a hell of a time. And then one of my more recent best friends, my man's Nick, from U of H. And in fact, when I first met Nick, I like already knew off the bat that he was a wrestling fan because I was wearing the red man suit and I was holding this bitch with me. And so yeah. Right off the bat, I knew he was a fan and everything, and so wanted to get him in on this too. But yeah, this is WrestleMania 40 predictions. I feel like this WrestleMania season, it's a good time to go ahead and start doing video again. Um, well, first thing I want to start off saying is that thank you guys for joining me tonight on this video. It's a real pleasure to be here, and of course, chopping it up before we started going live, before we started recording. It's a lot of fun so far. And second thing, man, I cannot believe it. WrestleMania 40. It's always the ones that are the multiples of 10 that are like much bigger. And so, yeah, this one, it's looking like it's gonna be lit.
Definitely have a feeling of an all-time WrestleMania in the making. To me, at least, I don't know about to y'all, especially with the build. And even though I went last year, I feel like this year's build's even better to me. And last year's WrestleMania, at least night one, I think is a top five WrestleMania. So if it's living up to the hype, I think we're in for a treat.
Yeah, I agree. I think last year we got a kind of taste of what Triple H can do when he's handling booking, because that WrestleMania was like him just starting to take charge away from Nasty Man, who will not be named in this moment, to not get this video taken down. But anywho, he's had like a whole year to build up his stories, and we all know Triple H loves his long storylines and building up his stars. So I think we're really going to get huge payoffs in WrestleMania this season.
Yeah, definitely have to agree, man. Compared to y'all, I'm very young, so y'all definitely seen more than I've seen. And so, this is also kind of like a journey for me. Like I started watching wrestling, I think around 2010 maybe. So y'all have probably been watching like for decades, I can assume. And so yeah, like I said, this is awesome for me. I think this is definitely the biggest event that I'll be seeing live, I think, for sure.
Since 2010, have you watched every WrestleMania?
No, 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 no. So, coming from my background, didn't really have the means to watch like pay-per-views or anything like that. I
I didn't
didn't.
watch any really live until the network, really.
Yeah, yeah, me too, me
Like,
too,
I'm
exactly.
not gonna lie, I got in trouble big time because I snuck. Well, I didn't sneak. I ordered WrestleMania 22. That's the first WrestleMania I ever watched. But I ordered it and I lied and said, "Oh, it was an accident." But yeah, I spent that $50. I had some trouble too.
Hey, at least he didn't do like Pav, that one YouTuber, wrestling gifts when he was little, he bought WrestleMania 20 times.
Oh, yeah, I remember he said that.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'll send you I'll send you the link. It's a YouTube video. I'll send it to you later. But yeah, it's a crazy story, man. Oh man, yeah,
My first WrestleMania though, as a fan, since I started watching in mid 2005, I barely missed 21. So 22 was my first WrestleMania. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do it." I was a kid. It's like, yeah, they're not gonna get too mad. They got mad, but in the long run, it was worth it.
yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah, because like the first one that I saw live as it happened on pay-per-view was think it was. Oh yeah, no, it was 19. Yeah, it was 19. It was a week after my 7th birthday, and that was my gift from my dad. He ordered it on pay-per-view, and yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch and everything. Oh wait, hold on a second. Running out of time. Oh, what the hell? Okay. So it wants me to upgrade to Zoom Workplace Pro, or else it's gonna end the meeting in 10 minutes. Oh God. All right. Let me see if I can get this going while the meeting's running. Shit, I'll pay for it for sure. But yeah, WrestleMania 19 was pretty cool to
Shit,
watch.
you could probably do it off your phone. I was doing stuff off my phone. You could just switch stuff. Maybe I don't know if you could.
Hmm. Yeah, probably, but hold on, let me see. Or what is the oh damn, it's $15 a month. Shit. Ah, fuck it.
Should give you a free trial so you can cancel it right before they charge you.
Right?
I think the first WrestleMania I ever saw in full was it might have been maybe 32.
Oh, we were at that one, all three of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
With
yeah, it might. I think it was 32.
Roman and Triple H was the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ooh.
Shit got- That's crazy how far Roman's come along though. Because I remember specifically walking back from the crowd, I was like, I never want to see him win like another championship again. This shit was awful. Like they were literally booing the main event. And this was like my
Mhm.
first WrestleMania, and like I went to 25 was my first ever WrestleMania, and I didn't go to any since I've been to 25, 32, 34, and 39. So there's a big gap. So I was excited, and then like to have the main event booed, I was like, God damn! I was like completely turned off to Roman, and that was crazy because like, I'm a pretty big Roman fan. Even last year, like I was the one. I think I was one of the only people in LA saying Cody is not going to finish the story. I was telling everybody. I told you. Y'all didn't believe me. And I told you as soon as I found out he was like 60 days away from 1,000, I was like, he's not losing. Everyone's like, oh, Cody's going to finish the story. And not that year. But this year, I'm not going to lie. I want Team Cody. That shit needs to end. I need him to finish the story. God damn it. Because we can't waste 2 years of. Because no one's going to care about him if he loses. Well, at least I think so. Even
Yeah.
though, like,
Yeah. I was telling my coworker that I was like, there's no way that Cody loses this time, especially after The Rock's calling out his own mama. And I was like, bro, if you like lose after like he's calling out your mama and basically calling you a bitch, I'm like, I'm sorry, you can't redeem yourself after that. There's nothing more we can do for you. This was your last moment. You can't win the Royal Rumble a third time. Like, no, I'm sorry. You're not Stone Cold. At least Stone Cold did it. Um, Stone Cold won it 3 times in a row, but at least he won the title at Mania. So yeah, no, I can't do it anymore if Cody doesn't win.
I think we're good because it says you're upgraded on my
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
Oh
on
yeah.
my
I
thing
got it
too.
too.
Yeah,
Same
the
room.
timer went away. Yeah. Well, because yeah, when Cody won the Royal Rumble in 2023, when at first when it happened, I was like, oh yeah, he's the one. He's the one who's gonna dethrone Roman. And then yeah, it was a few weeks before WrestleMania when they mentioned that he's closing in on 1,000 days. I was like, I don't know now. I'm not sure, and that makes me worried this year because a lot of people are mentioning how he's got to hold it till September to surpass Hulk Hogan's 4-year reign. So
The
yeah,
only, the only reason I'm not worried is that's not 60 days. And another thing is the Hogan thing, it's third all time. It's not even first. So, like, what's honestly the point of passing for me? And I'm a Roman fan. What's the point of passing Hogan at this point?
right.
Just because you're the modern era champion, you're technically not even the longest reigning champion. You're still going to need about, what,
Another
more
4 years, yeah, to surpass Bruno San Martino. I remember we were talking about that when we went to that game, that Astros game, and you're like, yeah, I like Roman, but I don't like him that much. I don't like anyone that much. I'm like, shit, me too. I don't even like my mom that much. I wouldn't want my mom to hold the
Damn,
WWE championship for
that's
8
crazy.
years.
like you're gonna be like what did Randy Orton say? Like, RKO his own grandma.
Mm, yeah, I remember that.
But
Yeah, man.
so after what happened within the past 2 weeks, for just main event wise, I could now listen. I'm coming from like a different angle here. So I can see Seth and Cody winning on night one. I still can't see Cody winning on Sunday. I just can't because I think that if they do go that route, Roman then becomes a full time because here's how I'm envisioning it and everything. This is what I've thought about, and I've talked with other people that I know that are wrestling fans as well. So they were like, okay, so see here, I'm pretty sure Seth is defending his championship on Sunday. Okay, so what I think this pretty much like my overall prediction of like the main matches, I guess. So I think that Seth is gonna lose his championship, and uh, and I think that basically, I think Sammy will lose his match against Gunther. Basically, what I'm getting at is I think that everyone who has opposed Roman at some point is gonna lose, and then they're kind of gonna be back to square one, and then Roman's gonna basically become like a full-fledged tyrant. And I think then that'll kind of be if they do go that route, I can then see Cody turning heel. That's just what I think personally, me personally.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah, yeah, because it's gonna be interesting to see, yeah, definitely how WWE turns out for the rest of the year. Because after WrestleMania 39 finished, like man, I was so excited for WWE for the rest of the year. I'm like, man, if Roman retained, even though everybody or at least a good majority thought he was gonna lose, and so now like it sets up. And yeah, because at first I was thinking all right, he's gonna lose, and then there's gonna be that dissension in the bloodline, but they still did the dissension in the bloodline even with the title, so it's like, and it still worked. It still worked, and because the thing is that it seems like every title, every time he's won in the main event of WrestleMania since he became the champion, it's like each one tells a different story. When he retained against Edge and Daniel Bryan, it was like because a lot of people, including myself, thought one of them was going to win by pinning the other. That way, Roman still looked strong in the end. But then Roman retained, and yeah, that shocked me. I was like, damn. And so, as far as this reign of dominance goes, this is only the beginning. And then a year later, he unified the titles against Brock Lesnar. And so that story to me, the story to me told there was, man, the evil just keeps growing. Now he's stronger than ever and so then of course the evil grows even more later on in the year by adding more people in the bloodline and uh and then we get to the next WrestleMania against Cody. He wins, but then in the end it becomes, yo, yeah, he retained the title, but at what cost? Now he's lost his family and everything, or at least like or at least the Usos at first, and then Jimmy came back, but yeah, Jay still made it clear he's out of the bloodline, and so yeah, man, so it's gonna be interesting to see how things play out after this weekend for the rest of WWE in 2024, and it's like yeah, I'm supporting Cody to win that match because it's like yeah, I feel like the Roman Reigns title reign has ran its course, and not in a bad way, not in like a oh I'm sick of him kind of way, but just in like okay, it's we've had a lot of good moments, a lot of memorable matches, and it's ran a good enough course, but now it's just time to move on to the next thing. That's all.
Yeah, I definitely think that Jimmy and Jey Uso match gonna be fire. For sure.
I'm surprised they didn't make it a tribal combat.
Yeah, I
Speaking
mean, there's still time. I mean, they got Friday, so I mean, who knows?
Yes.
That's one thing I am kind of confused. Well, not really confused about. I kind of see where they're going. At least this is what I would do first because of last year's booking. my thing was I thought well, I didn't think I actually thought the opposite of everybody. Like I said, I thought Roman was gonna win, but everyone else assumed like, yeah, Roman's gonna lose, then his family's gonna leave him and all that. So I was like, all right, if he does lose, yeah, I see it going that route. But he won, and then his family broke apart, but now they're not really broken apart. I feel like they're kind of stronger. Not the Jimmy and Jay aspect, but you got The Rock. Like,
Mhm.
no disrespect to Jimmy and Jay, but like you don't really matter in that equation now when you have The Rock. Yes, you're part of the bloodline, yes, but like so now I feel like the story that's gonna be this year, like y'all were saying, this bloodline thing has been years and different chapters. I think the chapter last year was, yeah, we're gonna confuse you, we're gonna swerve you, think he's gonna lose, and he starts to lose the war, but he hasn't lost it yet. He starts to lose the battle, but he hasn't lost the war yet because Jimmy's gone, and I thought like everyone else, well, not Jimmy, Jay's gone. Well, Jimmy's gonna leave, which he did leave for a little while. Then you think, well, maybe in a month or two, Solo's gonna leave, and you would think by this time last year, I would have thought, well, Roman this year he's coming into it alone. This is what I would have thought. But this year he's coming into it stronger than ever, I feel like. So now you have the true downfall. Now you have Roman lose, and then there's some dissension in the bloodline, but the dissension is coming from The Rock. And then this is the year everything just goes to shit for Roman and the bloodline. And everything crumbles and crashes. And next year's main event, Roman, Rock, night two, no title for the tribal chief crown or whatever you want to call it. That's what I think is where it's going from last year to this year, and that's what I would do, me personally.
Well, the way that I've seen it kind of being built towards, it was really interesting because yeah, once Cody lost night one, then everyone was like, I think it was Jacob who was saying it. It's like, oh no, they're giving him the John Cena treatment, the way he's just sitting in the ring like John Cena did when they first went against when John Cena first went against The Rock, and it was like, oh no, that's it, he's gonna have to get his win back next year, and it's just like okay. And once he won the Royal Rumble and seeing how over Cody is so over right now with like all the kids and everyone else that I honestly could never see them turning him heel, maybe ever again, just because he's basically in that new kind of Cena form where he's selling merch to children and everything else. He is like the number one babyface. You see him doing all these different things. He's saying yes to showing up to a kid's birthday party, being someone's best man, like all of these random things just to prove that he's like the babyface of the company. And so I don't see him, you know, going anywhere anytime soon, especially not at a heel. So I feel like if he's going to be that new face, you're going to give him that title. And the way that I see it is you don't give that stipulation of night one where if Roman and Rock win, they get tribal bloodline rules or whatever. You don't just say that without it's gonna happen. So that's what I'm thinking is I also don't see Roman and Rock lose. I don't definitely don't see Roman losing more than once this WrestleMania. If he's gonna lose, he's gonna lose at night two. So what my thinking is happening is in that tag team match, Roman and Rock are gonna win, but specifically Rock is gonna get the win for the team. And so now it's gonna be Cody and Seth, or Cody going against Roman with the bloodline rules. And, this is where we're going to have this whole crazy Avenger moment. Cody's going to call up Cena, Stone Cold, whoever else, whoever he is, he's going to call like his brother Goldust somehow. Like, probably not, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to have an extremely wild finish tonight, too. But then we have Roman lose the title.
He's gonna call out the Young Bucks.
But
And you know who Roman's gonna call out? He's gonna call out CM Punk. And
ah
we're
shit.
gonna finish it all. It's gonna be the ultimate end game.
Oh crap.
Like,
Damn.
but what I was thinking is, if Roman loses this match to Cody and he loses the title, The Rock says, how can you call yourself the tribal chief if you're not even the champion anymore? I'm still the final boss. I didn't lose at WrestleMania. You did. And that's how we get that storyline to next year's WrestleMania, Rock versus Roman. And that you don't need the title for that.
Exactly. That's what I think is going.
And since you brought up in-game and everything, so about like the recent signings that we had, that Tonga guy or whatever his name is, do you
Tama
think
Tonga.
that yeah, do you think that maybe he could pop up? Because I'm not sure if you saw, but in a clip, a recent clip, Jay was like, "Oh, there are probably gonna be more members in the bloodline," and I was like, "Yeah." To me, I think that would be a pretty good idea. Have it kind of be like Bullet Club, where the lineup changes every now and then. You know, they add and take away members as you know they see fit or whatever. Do you see more members or more members of the bloodline coming through? More
I
potential
could be
members?
wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know I know who the guy is, but I don't know much about him. I think he was mainly referring to Jacob too, since he's a free agent, and that's literally his cousin. Like that's actually
Yeah.
family. I don't think the Samoan Tong, whatever the hell his name is, no disrespect to the dude. I don't even think they're
Yeah.
related.
No, they're not even because Roman and them are all Samoans, but Tama Tonga, they're Tongan. Like
Yeah,
totally different.
but
So
I do see
and
Samoan's coming. I just don't know if it'll be this WrestleMania. It would be crazy though if Jacob Fatu debuted.
that'd
Or
be
may
that'd be
or
wild.
or maybe Zilla, even though that's very unlikely.
I can guarantee you that's a zero.
Yeah, same.
Only
He's
because
he's still pretty green.
yeah, he only started like wrestling like literally a year ago. So yeah, I don't think so yet. And he hasn't been no disrespect to him, but he hasn't been like consistently somewhere. He's been bouncing around, so like he don't really have experience yet. Give him about 2 years, I guarantee you his ass is gonna get that phone call. 2 or 3 years, he'll get that phone call. Look who his family is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I think it's inevitable. It's just a matter of when. But
Speaking of that, his dad's on my TV right now walking out.
oh yeah, Umaga.
Yeah. And his the
or
cousin on my other TV.
or
Roman Fallon, I think, or
as
somewhere.
William Regal called him during that entrance, Umanga.
Manga.
I remember that's how he always used to say Umaga.
All right, man. No, I know this is your shit, but I'm not gonna lie. I think we kind of got off way off topic.
Yeah.
We started with the
Like I
main
said,
event.
we'll get back to the main event stuff in a little bit, but I'll go. I guess originally I was gonna put together like an order because before this morning, the only 3 matches were announced, like for which the night. But now we officially got a lineup.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
we got this
I was just about I was just about to say like, hey, we should probably like, go one by one for like the matches we just been talking about, like
Yeah,
the main events and stuff.
before we get to the main event, yeah. So let's go one by one. First one I want to go over is well, Jacob and Tony went with me. I don't know if you've been, Nick. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
Yeah, I've been in New Orleans, like just not for any wrestling event.
Have you ever been like explored Bourbon Street?
No.
Did explore Bourbon?
Nah.
So-
How old
so-
are you, bro? He said he was younger than us. How younger than us?
I'm 21.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Yikes.
he'd barely be going to Bourbon Street now.
Oh, okay, yeah. You still got a lot. You still got a lot of time to experience that. But so at Bourbon Street, I remember they would serve. I got one somewhere in the kitchen. I'm not gonna get it. I was gonna remember to go get it before the start of the video, but I'm not gonna get it now. But I think Tony and Jacob probably remember this. On Bourbon Street, they'll serve what are called big ass beers, and it's like a plastic cup that's like this wide and shit, about this big, and it says on it the side big ass beers. So this right here, I think, is the big ass beers of tag team matches. The the undisputed tag team ladder match, 6 teams. We got the Judgment Day, DIY, the New Day, I think they're called the New Catch Republic, the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates team. Uh Theory and Waller, and then the Awesome Truth. So I did notice that apparently on Raw, Michael Cole was emphasizing that the match doesn't end until both sets of titles are brought down. So this might be a split for the titles, and if it is, I'm gonna say that. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with a SmackDown and a Raw team. So my two choices in this one are the Awesome Truth and Theory and Waller.
You know what? Now that you say that, I did notice he did say that, and now that you say you think it's going to be a split, I actually agree with you. And it's R-Truth is in the match. You know he's going to do something funny. Well,
Mhm.
have him split the titles. Um, I actually agree. I think it might be Austin Theory would be the SmackDown team. Obviously, the Raw team is going to be Awesome Truth. I think Truth is gonna take one title. I'm guessing. Let's just say Austin Theory or Grayson Waller has the other one. That's my same as you. Basically, piggyback off of that.
Yeah, I think yeah, they're definitely going to split the titles because that was the huge emphasis. Definitely Awesome Truth because that's their story. Truth trying to be in Judgment Day and then getting his ass beat by the Judgment Day. So it's kind of him getting his one up under the Judgment Day. I think my other pick, I don't know if New Catch Republic is the SmackDown team, but even then they could just go to SmackDown if they get those titles. I think they're like super red hot right now. And I think New Catch Republic's gonna get it. And the reason I don't say Austin Theory and Grayson Waller is because they've been beefing with Joey Swole on TikTok. And Joey Swole just said on his
Okay.
TikTok right now that he's gonna be at Mania. So I think he's gonna cost them the match for them.
Damn, now you got me thinking. I'm gonna stay on my pick, but
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with my pick too. But yeah, you
all
make
right,
good
you're
points on
on something.
it.
So, you know me, Angel. I'm a hater, right? So for Raw, I'm gonna go with, the Judgment Day, taking those Raw titles, and I'm gonna go with the New Catch Republic for the SmackDown titles.
Okay, okay. Yep. See, yeah. I've been thinking in my head like what is something funny Truth could do? Maybe Truth gets one set of titles and he gives like the other one to like I don't know Theory or Waller or someone else, and then like I'm like what if that becomes a tag team
Man,
Truth and someone
what if
else?
what if his dumbass tries to give it to the Judgment Day?
Oh yeah, be like
You're part of the Judgment
I
Day.
told you I'm part of the Judgment Day. Here you go. Shit,
Yo,
you're right.
imagine, imagine he takes like a set of titles, like, yeah, I'm for the Judgment Day, then, and then like the ring announcer says, and new champion, our Truth and the Miz. That'd be funny.
Shit.
That or you're gonna have like Finn Balor, Damian Priest trying to climb up the ladder, and then they like so mysteriously just get like pushed off, like the ladder just tips over, and they don't see anyone, and then Archer's like, "It's little Jimmy, he's in the match."
Oh, shit. All right, so yeah, yeah, shit. Like I said, yeah, the big. So we all got our predictions in, but like I said, yeah, the big ass beers of tag team matches, and so it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna like shit on it right now because we haven't seen the match yet, obviously, but
Actually, I'm really excited we have a tag team match. Well, a ladder match specifically back at WrestleMania. I feel like a ladder match has to happen at WrestleMania. Because I was a kid, that's kind of how it was. You had the money in the
TLC
bank every year
matches,
until it
and
became a
then
pay-per-view.
yeah, Money in the Bank, yeah,
Or you
yeah.
would have a tag team match, ladder
Mhm.
match or something. You would have a ladder match in there some type of way.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
just
just
glad the ladder match is back at WrestleMania, and I think it needs to be a yearly thing somehow, whether it's a single, tag, whatever. Bring the ladder match back to WrestleMania. I know it's never going to be Money in the Bank because you have a woman's Money in the Bank now, so they're not going to do it. I understand, but please bring the ladder match back to WrestleMania yearly.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think I told you one time, Jacob, like maybe a couple years ago, I was like, my dream tag team match at WrestleMania that could still probably happen at some point is uh is a triple threat tag team ladder match for either set of tag team titles, the Usos, the Hardy Boys, and the Street Profits. I think that would go hard as
100%.
fuck.
I think that should be fired too. But we gotta get it, Jeff out of AEW, but I think his ass is stuck there because Matt's probably gonna resign. I think he's about to be out of his contract. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. He was at a Raw not that long ago.
Yeah, I seen that on Twitter too.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited. That's actually one of the matches I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
that
is the
that
ladder match.
that match, I can see that just being nothing but carnage
And
and
that's actually
chaos.
how I would start night one, me personally, with the
Yeah,
ladder match.
Yep,
yeah.
same. I think the tag team matches have been actually super underrated these last few years. Like WrestleMania 39, I don't know if y'all remember that tag team like match.
Yeah,
And then like no one really cared about it, but then when we watched it, we're like, oh my God, this was actually really great.
that
This
shit
Yeah,
is a
was
that one
That
was
great
that
fun to
mug
match.
was
watch.
gas, yo.
the Street Profits showed out that whole match,
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
both of
Yeah.
them.
In fact, well, because I think the next or on that following Monday, the Monday after WrestleMania, they got a title shot against KO and Sammy, if I'm not mistaken, which I mean makes sense because like because like yeah, both of those WrestleMania tag team multi-team matches, the men's and the women's, they were just kind of thrown together. But I was like, make it for like a future tag team title shot for both sides. That way, it makes it look like it's worth some. So they didn't announce that, but yeah, in the end, each side it did end up getting a shot, and so. Because yeah, I think the Raw after Mania, it was KO and Sammy defending the titles against the Street Profits, and
I'll
obviously KO and Sammy won.
be
But
honest, bro. Y'all two were with me. We were in that hotel watching. I don't know if we watched all the show or half the show, but I generally don't remember because that's how ass it was. Because that's the day Vince came back, or the night,
uh-huh,
the night
yeah,
Vince came back. So thank you, fucking Slim Jim, for getting that old fuck out of here. Because that's actually what I'm not. No disrespect to WrestleMania, but I think that's what I'm actually might be excited for the most this weekend slash WrestleMania week is the Raw after Mania. Because I feel like Triple H is gonna do something crazy and restore the feeling of Raw after WrestleMania. Cause that Raw last year was ass. Like it
yeah,
was ass. We all three of us watched it together, and I don't remember watching it. That's how bad
right,
it was.
same.
I just
Like yeah,
remember
like
Brock Lesnar attacking Cody, and that's it. That's the only thing I remember from that show.
for real, like we like I mean, yeah, we were at the hotel in Vegas at Luxor, but even if we weren't in Vegas, like if we just watched it here at home, then I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, I still would have not remembered a damn thing. But
Yeah,
yeah, so honestly, like a few weeks ago, I tried watching it on Peacock. I only got past like the first few segments, and I was like, man, fuck this. This felt like a stress test that was just out of control. And so yeah.
I'm actually gonna go back and watch that NXT show me and Tony went to, the Stand and Deliver, because I still haven't gone back and watched it. Because me
Mm.
and Tony were talking about it, a match off that show a few months ago, and I totally forgot Tiffany Stratton was even in that shit. And I think she won now that I think about it.
Yeah, yeah. Shit. Santa Delivers look like it's gonna be pretty
Shout
good
out
this
to
weekend
Tony
too.
Stratton. Shout out to her.
Oh yeah,
Nice
yeah.
woman, man. Nice woman.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tiffany Stratton's great, man. Shit. I'm willing to say that that Swanton she does looks just as clean as Jeff Hardy's.
But ever like I don't watch NXT like that. Like I watched the Stand and Deliver. That's the first time I ever seen her. And then like really the second time, I know she had a couple matches on the main roster. The second time I seen her was against Becky. I think they had a little beef in NXT. I watched one of those matches. Fire. And then the other time I really noticed her was like the Elimination Chamber. She can fucking go.
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree. All right. And so next up, I guess we'll go on to uh I guess we'll next up we'll because there's three tag team well actually four tag team matches on night one for, or at least variations of a tag team match. And so we'll go to a singles match next just for the hell of it. Intercontinental Championship, Gunther and Sami Zayn. So now I'm pretty sure that before Brock got booted from any bookings that it would have been Gunther and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, which would have been a banger. But the thing is that I would have liked to see Gunther drop the title at some point before WrestleMania, and then we get that match between Gunther and Brock. Because yeah, really that doesn't need the title and everything. But uh, but yeah, so then a lot of things happened around Royal Rumble time. Clearly, it wasn't a good start to the year if your name is Brock Lesnar, Brock Purdy. But yeah,
Damn.
but
Your name is will get clocked.
but yeah, and so
Oh,
oh, we're gonna
I
say
was
something?
gonna say, well, I was gonna say for my prediction because I was talking to Jacob about this. I pretty much figured out they're just doing Rocky 4 with Sammy because Chad Gable is playing Apollo Creed, um, and then so in this last Raw, uh, Gunther brought out Chad like and it was like dead. He killed him, and I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, this is pretty much Rocky 4 because Gunther is like the foreign heel. He's like, if he dies, he dies. Kills Chad. And Sammy's like, all right, I'm getting back up. And the whole step out it is like, oh, okay, we're believing in Sammy, because for a while it's like, oh, he's gonna get killed by Gunther. And now it's like, okay, we're building this up. And it's literally just Rocky 4. You have the underdog super baby face going against, the godlike foreigner. And so I think it's gonna go to Sammy. Because Gunther has held his title for a hot minute. He's beaten the record. He's the longest reigning IC champion. Um, and I think it is time for him to eventually start moving on to the main event scene. I don't know if we're gonna move him right away, I would wait just a little bit, but I can see him definitely moving to the main event scene after this.
It also just so happens to be in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So I know. I think. Sorry, Nick. Correct. That's your name,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
You said you're a hater, right?
yeah.
Well, this match, I'm gonna bring my hater out. I want to thank Sami Zayn for winning that fucking tournament because I did not want Chad Gable in that bitch because you know why? That is a tag team wrestler at his finest. He is a great tag team wrestler. That's what he does. Sami Zayn, he hasn't had a single moment at WrestleMania. He main evented last year. Great. Epic moment. One of my favorite matches of wrestling. I was there. One of my favorite moments I've ever seen. He needs his moment. So, what I gotta say to Chad, and Sammy's gonna get his moment. He's gonna win. Like what he said, the storyline, it's Rocky. Sammy's gonna win, and I just have one message to everybody and to Chad especially, and his crying ass kid. Hopefully you can see that. But fuck your
That's
story.
crazy.
Fuck it. No one wants to hear about your crying ass kid. You fucking lost. You shouldn't have lost. Now shut the
Damn,
fuck up and go win the battle royal. That's what you're good at. Win the tag team match. That's more your speed.
damn.
Uh, yeah, I mean, honestly, I would like to see Sammy win and everything. I would, but shit, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that Tony brought up a good point. Yeah, eventually it's gonna be time to move Gunther into the main event scene, which he should be eventually. But I don't think that's gonna happen just yet. I'm gonna go with Gunther. That might be a gamble, but I'm gonna go with Gunther on that one. And to point out some things Jacob just said, like in a way I kind of agree. I mean Chad Gable, he's really good in the ring, but like yeah, it's just like I don't know. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of stars over the years that I feel like WWE tries to build up to be the next certain guy to replace. So like Chad Gable and even that other guy who like barely had a few matches, Gable Stevenson. It seems like they wanted to go back and forth between building one of them up as the next Kurt Angle, and
A
so like.
big
he-
technical wrestler. Like there's
he-
been a few guys like Cesaro too, and a few other guys, but I feel like those guys are still better than Chad Gable. No disrespect. Well, not all of them, not all of them, but like a couple of them guys, they're better than him. He just don't have no personality to me. Like he doesn't. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I
Don't do it for me. It
yeah,
is that.
yeah, you're right. It doesn't do it for me the way it's true. It's damn true. Did it for me, or any of the other stuff Kurt Angle would say. It's just like, yeah. It seems like they kind of try to focus too because I mean Kurt Angle obviously he's an Olympic gold medalist and everything, and so but yeah, it seems like they try to just because this guy wrestled in the Olympics for the USA, he could be the next Kurt Angle. It kind of almost makes me feel like honestly, I feel like back in the early 2010s, I feel like they tried to kind of build Alberto Del Rio to be like the new Eddie
Yes.
Guerrero or something.
They
And
do it with every Mexican star a few years. Like they did it with Andrade a few years ago when he got to the main roster, and they did it with. Well, they haven't done it with Santos yet. Yet. Yet.
yeah, you're right. But
But they do
Yeah.
need a Mexican star, which that could. I don't know if everyone gave your pick. That could be a good segue to the next match if they're on night one. I don't know if they are or not.
Dominic.
oh yeah, they are on the next. Yeah, they are on night one. But before we
Uh,
move to that one, Nick, who's your pick for Gunther and Sammy?
Oh
definitely
shit.
gotta go. I definitely gotta go with Gunter. Listen, when it comes to Gunter, it's gonna take a lot for me to bet against him. I just like his overall character. He is just no BS. I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna walk you down. I'm gonna put you down. Cause I just love when it comes to just combat sports in general. I just love folks like the fighters, athletes that are ruthless, and Gunther is one of those athletes. I love his overall demeanor. Like demeanor is a big thing for me personally. He just
Oh,
when
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. When he comes out, he's like, no expression, no nothing. Like I'm finna kill you. That sort of thing. And that's why, like, I'm gonna go with Gunter. Like almost every time. Like it's gonna take a lot for me to bet against him. Like Gunter's my guy, bro.
So two Sammy, two Gunter. Someone's gonna win.
Yep, we're
Someone's
gonna
gonna
see
win.
50-50. We're gonna see what happens, man. But for sure, yeah, I think that one would be a pretty good match, man. Yeah, I think it will at the very least.
Me too. I think it could be match of the night. I like both guys, so I generally don't care who wins, even though I have to pick a winner. I like both of them.
Now I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If Sammy does win, I will be annoyed.
Really,
Yes.
I can see the standpoint though.
Actually, before we move on to that tag team match, let me get the other tag team match out of the way. We got uh the members of Damage Control who are not Io Sky going up against the team Bianca Belair, Naomi, and the newly debuted Jade Cargill. Oh man, so yeah, Jade Cargill's debut has been hyped up for a while. I think she signed back in like October, and of course there was the debut at the Royal Rumble, but we've been waiting for her like match debut, and it looks like that's gonna happen at WrestleMania, and so I'm excited to see that. I saw the ending to SmackDown this past Friday, and so honestly, I guess I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill and company on that one.
I agree. I fully agree. I honestly I don't see Jade losing in her full match debut. Or like, well, besides the Royal Rumble, like, but I just don't see Jay losing.
Jade's gonna go on an undefeated streak, and then they're gonna have her go against Bianca next year. That's what I think is gonna happen. Jade's gonna win, and this match is gonna be 5-star before the bell even rings, just for the entrance.
Mhm.
Me personally, I would like to see Jade versus Rhea Ripley. I think
Ooh,
that's
that would be a
See
good
that
fight,
too.
nothing but hands. Nothing but hands.
man.
Yeah, I don't see Jade losing her like first like actual debut match, not including the Royal Rumble. Um, and I think she's gonna be the one to get the pinfall. So yeah, I got Jade in them.
All right, all right. And next up, we got for only the third time in WrestleMania history. We talked about it a little bit before we started getting on the card itself. Brother versus brother for only the third time in history. Yeet versus no Yeet.
There's no yeet.
We got Jay Uso going up against Jimmy Uso. I want to say, man, it was the most random thing that happened on Raw, but I'm glad it happened anyway. And Jay's back there. I know that who I think it is. I know that ain't who I think it is. And then it's fucking Lil Wayne. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that was, like shit,
Motherfucker was just there. He was just
A
there. It's
random
like
in the random crevice of the arena, just
right? Just sit
hanging
on
out.
top of the amble cases.
dude was shooting like he was finna give a side quest, bruh. It's like, yo.
Right, for real. Like honestly, like yeah, Jay went up to him and just pressed the right on the D-pad, and then then Wayne's gonna give him a side quest. Oh man, but yeah, that was cool, man. Shit. It's so I guess Wayne's said he's gonna debut a new single because otherwise I was gonna say, man, he needs to perform something like Uproar or something for Jay Uso's entrance, and but shit. Otherwise, eventually at WrestleMania, give me Lil Wayne versus Bad Bunny. Give me that.
Hey, low key, that'd be a fun match, I think.
Right? Or even if it's like a six-man tag where each of them are paired up with someone. Bad Bunny could be paired up with the LWO. Lil Wayne could be paired up with I don't know whoever, Jay and someone else or something. But yeah, they're like nah, like yeah. If Lil Wayne basically takes the same route as Bad Bunny, or meaning like he wants to actually learn how to do the moves, how to take the bumps and everything, then shit, that could be a fire match. But
I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one.
uh,
Only the
go only
man is
because Lil
only
Lil
like
Wayne's
his
like 40
50s.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I guess you might be right on that. Yeah, yeah, he's
yeah.
like 40.
brother, you can commentate.
I also don't think where he's at right now. I'm not sure if his cardio will be able to hold up for
That
the
man
rest of the.
smokes too much.
Yeah, it's
Just let him
true.
have an impromptu match like Snoop Dogg did with Miz.
Yeah, something
If
like
that'd
that.
be
Yeah,
real short, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that, yeah. But
but
as far as picks go, now this one is tricky, I think. On one hand, you got Jay, who's been on a hot streak and is super over. On the other hand, you got Jimmy, the ultimate hater. Um, I I can see either one winning. If Jay wins, it'll be okay. He's that'd be him like conquering, I guess, something from his past or whatever. And then at the end they dap up or whatever. If Jimmy wins, I think that can catapult Jimmy to be something other than just Roman's lapdog, you know. So if I absolutely had to choose, um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a flyer here. I got Jimmy winning that.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go with Jimmy too. And see, the thing is that because really, this whole bloodline storyline and everything, like I feel like the Jimmy and Jay part kind of reminds me of the Hardy Boys, especially like in 08, 09, because like because like Jay, it reminds me of Jeff Hardy the way he's like booked and everything. Because like when back in and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, SummerSlam, I felt like there was a chance Jay was gonna win against Roman, but that if he did, he was gonna drop it back real soon. And here's the thing, because Jeff Hardy, like I always loved him as a kid and everything, still love him today. But even at that time, I always felt like, man, he's probably not gonna be anything more than a tag team wrestler. But then he won the WWE Championship in 2008, and that was like
And
a
yeah, with Jeff Hardy.
And that was like a big feel good moment and everything. Like like even me, I was like 12 when it happened, and that shit was amazing to see and everything. And but of course, he only had it for a month, and then he dropped it back to Edge because Matt Hardy cost him. And Matt Hardy did that not because he was helping Edge win, but because he was sick of all the spotlight that Jeff was getting. And that's what I thought was going to be the story here. It was like, okay, Jay might win, and then eventually Jimmy's gonna cost him in the rematch, because not because he's helping Roman, but because he's sick of him getting all that spotlight and everything being main event Jey Uso. Meanwhile, Jimmy's just here doing whatever else. But so Jimmy did cost Jay in that SummerSlam match. Um and I was kind of almost to a T on terms of why he cost him. I was like, because at first he said like, hey Roman, ain't got a damn thing to do with you. I was not helping you. And then I was like, oh, okay, so he's jealous of Jay. And then Jimmy told Jay, actually another reason he told him, because I was trying to help you, because if you win that title, you're gonna become a manipulative son of a bitch just like him. And and yeah, so that led to that whole dissension there. And eventually Jimmy weasels his way back into the bloodline. But yeah, like so yeah, I do see some comparisons to that Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy feud. But and I remember that match, WrestleMania 25. Jacob and I were there. We didn't know each other at the time yet, but we were both there. And and that was actually a good match. Like honestly, I think that was the second best match of that card, of that WrestleMania 25 card. Obviously, the best one was HBK and Taker, but honestly, I think that Extreme Rules brother versus brother, that was my second favorite match of the card. And so Matt Hardy went over in that one, and then at the next pay per view, Jeff Hardy, they had a rematch, and Jeff Hardy went over. So I think that's what's gonna happen here. Is Jimmy wins here? And hopefully, they change it to a tribal combat match before the weekend. But yeah, I think he wins this one, and then maybe they have another match at Backlash. I think Backlash is the next pay per view. They have a rematch there, maybe another stipulation, and Jay ends up winning that one. And so I think that is probably what's going to happen. Oh, another thing I want to mention is that because I actually saw on like I think Instagram or something that yeah, it's every 15 years it's brother versus brother at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 10 it was Brett versus Owen. WrestleMania 25, like I said, I was there, so was Jacob. It was Matt versus Jeff. And now here we are 15 years later, Jimmy versus Jay. And I actually pointed it out to my mom. I was like, "Yeah, look, every 15 years brother versus brother." And my mom goes, she goes, "No, it's not every 15 years." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like is there someone I'm leaving out? Am I forgetting someone?" And then she goes, "Kane and the Undertaker." And then I laughed and I was like, "No, no, no, mom. I'm talking about Shoot Brothers." And she goes, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, she doesn't she's not familiar with those terms." So I had explained what a shoot was. So But yeah, just a little funny story about that. And I notice I'm picking Jimmy, who's the heel, and those other brother versus brother matches, the heel won in those two. Owen beat Brett, and then Matt beat Jeff. But yeah, so I'm
That-
gonna go with Jimmy on this one.
yeah, that's part of the reason why I picked Jimmy, because was it so is that definitely Owen Hart was definitely the underdog against Brett for sure.
Hmm.
Yep.
Was Matt Hardy the underdog against Jeff?
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
feel
definitely
like he kind
was
of was.
WWE champion a couple months before.
Okay, yeah. So then Jimmy's definitely the underdog here. Yeah, I definitely see Jimmy winning. I'm gonna go ahead and take that flyer. I got Jimmy.
Yeah. Angel stole all my shine. Because
Damn.
that was pretty much all my reason. I was gonna choose Jimmy for the exact same reasons. I was like, yeah, for 15 years, and it's always the underdog or like the people that they don't think is gonna win, the brother. And so it was Owen, Matt, and I think it's Jimmy. But also I see it as Jay doesn't lose too much. He doesn't really lose anything if he loses against Jimmy. Jimmy has a lot more to lose if he doesn't like get this win. But also I feel like it helps kind of get the bloodline steamrolling, because we're gonna try to talk about the main event for night one later. So what I'm saying is, I think with Jimmy winning, you help catapult the bloodline's momentum for the rest of the WrestleMania run. Um, and so I think it just kind of adds to the story that we're having.
All right, well, I was gonna agree with all y'all, but all y'all took Jimmy, so I'm not gonna agree with all y'all now. And this is my reasoning why. Just because what you said, the bloodline, right? And my reasoning why was that too. But my also another thing I've noticed during the bloodline, what has Jimmy constantly done in the bloodline storyline? Constantly let everybody down. He constantly falls short. And Jay hasn't had his moment yet. He hasn't become IC champion. I feel like big singles match win against your brother in a blood feud catapults you to that next level. Maybe you can be the guy that beats Gunther if Gunther retains here. Maybe you can be that guy. Maybe. I don't think he would be, but maybe you could be. You can make people believe he's that guy. So that's, yeah. Jay constantly fails. And like I said, this year is the downfall of the bloodline completely. Like Jimmy and Solo are going to leave Roman this year or they're going to get kicked out. Something's going to happen. The bloodline is ending this year. So this is going to be the start of it, I feel like, because it's been a constant cycle. Jimmy letting the bloodline down. He's going to let them down again. He already let them, well, he's going to let them down tomorrow because they're going to say, they already said the whole objective is Jay not to get to WrestleMania. He's going to get his ass whooped tomorrow night. So he's not going to look like he gets to WrestleMania. He's going to get his ass whooped tomorrow night, and he's going to be the all conquering hero and overcome the odds and win. And like I said, Jimmy's going to disappoint, and Roman's going to be mad. And Roman's even going to be more mad because he's going to be titleless also. Kind of spoiler for later on. But, oh well.
All right, so we
Yep.
got 3 Jimmys and 1 J on that one. Shit. Yeah, all right then. So next up, I guess we'll talk about the last tag team match before the main event. We got Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio teaming up to go up against Santos Escobar and Dominic. So yeah, this pretty much came
Mexican
official.
Civil War.
What happened?
Mexican Civil War.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
Put all the Mexicans in one match.
Right, right. It's shit. Well, last year Ray took on
And
Dominic in a
Andrade. We got all of them.
Yeah, and Andrade's been kind of correct me if I'm wrong, but he's been kind of like talking
Almost
to the
surviving
Judgment
himself.
Day
Yeah.
backstage, right? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Andrade joining the Judgment Day is not on my bingo card. Like I don't know.
I
That'd be
don't think that's
crazy.
gonna happen, personally.
I just can't see it. I can't.
I can't really see it either, but I mean, who knows? He could get involved. Whether he gets involved in this one or not, I'm going with the heels on this one. I mean, last year we had Ray versus Dominic, and it was a pretty entertaining match. I'm not gonna lie, and of course it set in the motion for some stuff to happen further after that. The eventual Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match, which slapped really hard, and so now, yeah, now they're coming back together in a tag team match. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the heels on this one.
So So first of all, I agree. I think Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio are gonna win, and I think I think it's in the future. It's gonna play a part in driving a wedge between Dominic and Rhea Ripley, because there are rumors about like how they're gonna split them up. Because we already saw like Monday how they were. They were like, "Yo, where's the communication at? This, that, and the third." So I think that's gonna play a part. Like him, Dominic, like, "Yo, me and Santos work together so well. There's no problem here," and I think that's gonna play a part in driving a wedge potentially.
I agree, and like I said, I think maybe because Andrade's been involved, maybe he gets involved somehow and helps them the Hill team win. And like I said, I think he's trying to align himself with Dominic, or Dominic's trying to get something going there. So I think the Hill team's gonna win with the help of Andrade somehow.
And I think it's safe to say that if they do win, Dragon Lee's gonna eat the pin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I agree that the heels are going to take it because, yeah, Ray got his win over Dominic last year. Dominic's going to get his lick back. And I think Santos Escobar is being propelled to like, I think Triple H really likes Santos Escobar a lot, and they're building up his faction really well. And I think what they're also building towards is the inner destruction of the LWO, because I don't know if y'all saw when Ray picked Dragon Lee, you could see kind of Carlito's face, like, whoa, Santos is supposed to be my guy. Like, I'm supposed to go against him. He didn't say anything, but he gave that look of like, wait, really? And so I think with them losing, it's going to drive a wedge between Carlito, Rey Mysterio, and the rest of LWO. You get Carlito's heel turn, and you build that story from there.
So all the Hills.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so all the heels. And yeah, that's another thing that that Nick pointed out at first is that yeah, it seems like there's kind of some dissension in the Judgment Day, like he mentioned Rhea Ripley asking Don like where's the communication in that. So I mean, yeah, it could lead to something like that. Maybe I mean shit, maybe who knows? Maybe Dominic joins Legado de Fantasma, or maybe there's just some other kind of splits here in the Judgment Day, but shit, I mean, who knows if he goes with Santo and company, then shit, he could get a new mommy with Electra Lopez. She fine as fuck. Her and her former partner on NXT, Lola Vice. Oh my god, I love Valerie Loretta. Like I don't know what it is, but the fact that I think it's the fact that Valerie Loretta, Lola Vice, the fact that she could kick my ass for real, like makes her more attracted to me. I don't know what if I'm being completely honest, man.
Yeah.
They need to give Shawn Michaels another Hall of Fame ring for signing her, Nikita Lyons, Lash Ledge. I could go on, but Shawn Michaels needs to go.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Let them cook.
I tweeted during an NXT like a couple months ago or something around there. I tweeted at Shawn Michaels and I was like, "Hey, there's some elite tier baddies, especially student athletes here at my school at U Houston. I tagged them too. I was
That's
like
crazy.
that you can recruit, Sean. Pull up because because I heard about that WWE NIL thing where like I guess they can give college student athletes like a path to go straight into like I guess training for WWE, and they could train in the performance center and everything. So I mean, yeah, shit. I know I've seen a few fine female athletes here at U of H that I think Shawn Michaels could recruit, man.
He's got one eye on him. Don't be that.
But yeah, just one eye. Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
I understood that reference. All right.
So far it's looking like night one's gonna be a heel dominated night.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, especially shit, especially the next match that I'm gonna go into, the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. So Rhea Ripley
That
has been the champion for the past year, and yeah, like honestly, like I really wish it was Liv Morgan in that place because like it would have made sense because they used to be a tag team and then Rhea Ripley turned on Liv and then eventually joined the Judgment Day, and then at the Royal Rumble last year, Rhea Ripley eliminated Liv to win the thing, and yeah, as a result, got her championship match and then been the champion ever since WrestleMania last year. So Uh, yeah, I do wish it was Liv who was challenging her, but I mean, it is what it is. But honestly, I think Rhea Ripley's gonna retain.
I agree, and I'm actually glad you brought up the Elimination Chamber. Whenever Becky won that, I was kind of confused, and I said that's strange. Cause I definitely saw Liv Morgan winning that, like you said, but it's whatever. I guess that's their attempt to kind of continue to build Rhea Ripley up to be this dominant champion, you know.
Hmm.
Cause she already beat Charlotte, and I guess the next big thing is Becky Lynch. So I guess that's what they're trying to do. And I honestly can see Rhea Ripley being champion into next year's Mania. Um, and yeah, but yeah, I got Rhea Ripley winning this weekend.
Yeah, I
Well, I'll just go ahead and say real quick that I think my prediction's a little more like long style, I guess. It's just I think Becky's gonna take it from Rhea, and solely because I think Damien's finally gonna cash in. It's like spoilers ahead, I guess. Gonna cash in. He's gonna win the world title, and it's gonna create the wedge between Judgment Day even further. Because Damien's and Rhea are gonna have like I guess argument. They're gonna argue about something, and Damien's gonna be like, "Well, last time I checked, I'm the only champion left here," and that's what's really going to cause the dissension between Judgment Day. And I don't know if Triple H is going to keep these like long champion reigns with every champion, but I could see Rhea dropping it, but I wouldn't be upset if she kept it.
I just see Rhea winning just because, like what Nick said, Becky is another building block on her resume, someone she hasn't beat yet, and they want her to give her a dominant hill run, which she deserves, and feel like she should have the championship a little bit longer until maybe like the draft happens and someone like Bianca comes over, or someone like that.
Like I say, yo, Rhea versus Jade Cargill, man. Hey, listen, that match gonna be I sincerely hope that happens because that's gonna be nothing but brutality, yo. That's gonna be nothing but hard hits, hard slams, yo. Cause kind of like the physicality of Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte, but like times 10.
Oh yeah, yeah. Honestly, I'll be. I mean, yeah, I predict. I predict Rhea to rip and win this match anyway. But like, I'll be even happier about her winning if yeah, if that's the plan, she holds it to the next Mania and they build up Jade Cargill to be the one to take it off. Yeah, I'd be happy to see that too. And before we get into our night one main event, I'm gonna go get me a refill if y'all want to keep talking about Rhea
I have
versus
a
Becky or
question.
just
I have a
what's up?
question before you go.
Mhm.
So something came out while we were talking on Twitter. And obviously this is going to be a YouTube video. So do you have time to talk maybe like 15, 20 minutes after this is done, after we cut the camera?
Yeah,
Because there's a crazy ass list that came out that we're not wanting to go through the whole list. It's the greatest 50 WWE greatest champions of all time. Bleacher Report came out with this, and this honestly is probably the worst list I've ever seen in my life. I
I
kind
saw
of want to talk about it.
I saw a list I think it was also from Bleacher Report that was saying like top WWE superstars, and I'm not an AJ fan, but they had him like freaking mid 40s. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa.
this is the list I'm talking about. This is that list you're talking about. Yeah, it just came
that is,
out.
that is crazy. I like I said, I'm not an AJ fan, but having him that low is crazy to me.
All right, my bad. I just want to know if we could talk about it a little when the camera's cut.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
for
Because
sure.
sure.
man,
I'll be right back.
well, I don't know if he's gonna edit this shit out because I don't think I'm gonna talk about WrestleMania here. I kind of want to talk about this list since we're already on it. Like, no disrespect to
Let me
Bret
let me
Hart, but why are you number one?
let me
Yes,
let me
you're
pull let me
probably the
pull it up
greatest
as well.
technical wrestler of all time, but like draw wise, and like impact wise, I think it's probably Stone Cold, me personally. I think he's the greatest or The Rock. One of the two. Or
Is that
Shawn Michaels, maybe. But I'm not gonna lie, I prefer Shawn Michaels to Bret Hart, so I'm just gonna be honest and say that's completely biased.
Do they have like a separate account for wrestling or something, or is it just on the main Bleacher Report?
Oh
account?
no, it's a WrestleOps tweet. I follow WrestleOps and they just
Oh,
tweet
okay.
the whole list out, and the whole list is tweeted out. I'll send it to you, Tony.
But
This
Okay,
list
I
is
got it.
dense.
Okay. Let's see here.
Bret Hart.
And I don't even like Hulk Hogan, but he should be higher than 10. Like,
Yeah.
no disrespect. How is Roddy Piper higher than Hogan?
Yo, Kane at 31 is crazy.
Yeah, that is. Trish Stratus at 29, lower than China. No disrespect to China, but lower than China?
It's
Trish Stratus? I thought she was the GOAT really up until Charlotte and probably Bianca came around. Because I think Bianca's up there now as one of the greatest women of all time, just because her accomplishments wise. And in the ring, she's not bad at all. I think the Becky and Bianca match at 38 was the best match of the night, even with the Cody and Seth match happening right after or right before, whichever the way it went.
How
Yeah,
the hell do you have Eddie Guerrero not even in the top 10? Like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
this is horrendous.
How was Randy Orton 19?
shit.
Ooh.
I'm gonna send you this list, Angel. Like I said, this is your video, so I don't know if you're gonna edit this part out, but we'll talk about it when the camera's cut. But I'm gonna send you this list and like, bro, this is ass.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
for DM.
We'll definitely talk about it. Yeah, after we finish. So all right, the main event of night one, the biggest tag team match in WrestleMania history. We got two world champions who are gonna be defended the next day, but we got them in a match right now. Here tonight on night one, it's gonna be Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes going up against Roman Reigns and The Rock. So yeah, it's been a roller coaster getting into this point. Of course, last year, when Roman retained against Cody, uh, so I remember when we were leaving night one, like it was
Like a
super talkative.
funeral.
What happened?
It's like a funeral. Walking out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, cause leaving night one, everybody was all talkative after KO and Sammy won. I heard a lot of people
We're
talking.
happy. Night
Yeah,
one.
exactly. And then night two, it was quiet compared to that. Like at times it got so quiet that you would be able to hear a mouse pissing on cotton.
It's
Like,
crazy.
that's how
Yeah,
quiet it was.
And
yeah.
not
There
even
was
to mention the worst part about it, they had some night two, I believe specifically. They had some like communication problems, and they were like holding everybody back. Well, at least from where we sat. So we were there for like an hour after the show went live. So everyone just sitting there quiet as fuck, just
Hmm.
yeah,
live,
folks,
like no
folks
one
were
talking at all.
so depressed after that. Yo, I thought it was pretty funny because
I did too.
because me,
I mean, I thought it was funny too, but like,
The only reason I did is because, like I said, that whole weekend, everybody I talked to, I would just ask them, "Hey, who do you think's gonna win the Cody and Roman match?" Everyone would say Cody. I mean, I'm like, and literally, like the week before, I noticed they keep mentioning he's 1,000 days away. WWE, they do that for a reason. I'm not stupid, and I'm like, it's only 60 days. I honestly thought he might lose it at SummerSlam. I didn't know if he would hold it a complete year because I don't know if I wouldn't know if The Rock would come back or however whatever worked out. But we're here now.
yeah, that was man, yo, when that when Cody got that pin, yo, I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's
right? Oh
yeah,
man.
that was yo,
And then
man.
and then I didn't even notice it until someone pointed out on Twitter, and then I watched it again on Peacock that as Cody's laying there and Roman's music is playing, someone throws a fucking
A
rubber
rubber
chicken in the
chicken,
ring.
yeah, yeah.
That's even Cody's talked about that a
Yeah,
couple
he
times.
mentioned it.
His hip post injury, just laying there
Yeah,
in a fucking chicken pose next to him.
yeah, bruh. Me personally, I would not let that slide, yo. Like, man.
Jesus
The crazy
Christ.
thing is too, when we were there, so we've seen it. He even mentioned it in the interview I listened to earlier today with Tawani. You know how sometimes when the wrestlers lose, they take the side ramp, they don't go
Mhm.
up the ramp. He took the whole ramp when he lost, and he like literally like took it in for a second. Like
Yeah.
I felt bad for him then, even though I wanted Roman to win, I was like, damn, I kind of feel bad now
Yeah.
after seeing him take that lonely ass walk.
Man, you better than me. I was like, hey, we smoking on that Cody pack. You
Oh yeah,
feel me?
I remember he commented
Yeah,
that. He commented.
yeah.
I,
Smoking
re-
on that Cody pack.
I remember that, man. And
Man,
so
you
But
were
it was
so
funny
sad,
because I
yo.
felt like I was one of the only people all weekend saying, Cody's not gonna win, and everyone was like, "You're stupid. He's gonna win." And I'm like, "What? The Roman hit three? I literally have it on video. I was like, I told you so. I told you so."
But that press conference was so toxic. Roman came on, was like, "Oh, I see a lot of shocked faces here, huh? Everybody looking stupid." Bro,
Oh
the fact
yeah,
that wasn't even the worst part. The most disrespectful part was the shirt this man had on. This dude walked in wearing a shirt like he had just won the Super Bowl.
oh yeah, the
You know how they got them
championship.
shit? Yeah, you know how they got them shirts after the Super Bowl, bro? Like, chant, like, bro, that was so disrespectful, yo.
I remember that. Yeah. For real. Like damn, so does that mean the kids in Africa are gonna get Cody Rhodes WrestleMania 39 championship? They're
That's
like, damn,
crazy.
Cody Rhodes finished his story in 2023 and the 49ers are a dynasty.
You crazy.
Oh man. But yeah, man, it was yeah, that was wild. I mean, and yeah, because like honestly, I don't know if I said this to y'all but yet, but I'm gonna say right now, last year's WrestleMania, that was a top 5 WrestleMania of all time. He
I said it
he,
earlier. Yes, and
I
I've gone back and watched it a couple of times. Yeah, I think it's a top five WrestleMania. I'll bet anybody,
yeah.
especially night one. Night one.
Yeah, night one was flat. Like, bro, that Rhea Ripley match and the tag team match, bruh. Listen, that WrestleMania 39 is the first WrestleMania that I rewatched matches from. Like, it was gas. It was gas.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, even though the finish was kind of questionable, and what I mean by that, I mean, yeah, it was still a top 5 WrestleMania of all time. But by questionable, I mean like because I feel like that really divided a lot
I
of
still
wrestling
even think
fans.
that main event match, even though people were disappointed Cody lost, I still think that main event match, because let's be honest, WrestleMania main events the past 15 years, 10 years haven't been that great. Let's just be honest. Most of them been really hit or miss. I think that was a top five main event, even though Roman won. Especially where it leads to this year too. It's coming full circle.
Yeah, exactly. You give it that long-term storytelling to see where everything goes, and yeah, because that's the thing is like that really divided a lot of wrestling fans that ending, and it's like a lot of people, oh, it was a good decision. Oh, they should have let Cody win. I think a week after that WrestleMania, Stone Cold said on his podcast that he thinks it was good to let Roman win, and he gave his reason why. But then that's another thing is then the people who also agree, they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna argue with what a goat says. If Stone Cold said so, it must be true. And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that either. Stone Cold is a goat and he has a right to his opinion. He's qualified to have an opinion, but at the same time, his opinion is just that, an opinion. It holds about the same weight as my opinion or your opinion. The only
And
way to
opinions
determine
and opinions can change because throughout the year, my opinion changed. Like after I was like, yeah, I think Roman should win, get 1,000 days. Then after when he wasn't showing up during the summer, I was like, man, maybe Cody should have won because there's a long gaps in between these matches. And I'm like, yes, I get you need the downfall of the bloodline, but does he need the title for the? But I was like, yeah. Like I said, my opinion changed over the years, and now I'm at the opinion I think it was a great idea because where we are now.
yeah.
Hey,
No,
listen, like listen, I'll be that guy, bro. I don't care. My glorious king Roman Reigns can take as many breaks as he wants to, bro. That's
mhm. Yeah, nah, I feel that because like yeah, I remember I was saying like the only way to determine if Roman winning at 39 was the right decision or not is depending on where the storyline goes from here. And yeah, in the summer I was like, damn, maybe they should like towards the end of the summer, I was like, man, maybe they should have let Cody win. And then so Cody wins the Royal Rumble, and then that following SmackDown, he told Roman, I remember he specifically told Roman, I'm gonna take everything from you, but I'm not gonna do it at WrestleMania. And then I was like Drewski. I was like, what do you mean by that? And so, and so the thing is that so I was like, what does he mean by that? And then eventually he brings out The Rock, and at first it seemed like he completely cucked away his WrestleMania main event. To which I was like, man, if they have Roman versus Rock this year with Cody nowhere near that belt, then yeah, then that would mean that him Roman retaining at
I
30.
know why. When Punk got hurt, I thought Cody was fucked.
Uh,
And Cody's gonna end up wrestling Seth, especially
Yeah,
after that whole shit came back.
yeah, that
I
was
thought it
crazy.
was GG's for a second for Cody.
But I definitely think they did a good job with the salvaging it and twisting it. And you know, The Rock as a heel has been, you know, it's brought a lot of people back. You know.
I was
oh
gonna
yeah,
say that also because I never got to see his 2003 run. I started watching in 2005. I got to see his 11, 12 and 13 run whenever he came back. This is on a whole nother level than those runs combined. Like this is some good shit. I'm not saying that wasn't good, but this is on a whole nother level, man. Now
And it's
I wasn't around in '98. Wasn't around in 2003, but I see the aura. I see the aura of The Rock. I know what everyone's talking. Even though I've seen it before, I feel like him as a heel, it's a whole nother aura of The
Yeah,
Rock.
and I think it's really crazy that we finally get it because he's been like the face of Hollywood for fucking ever. And he even made Black Adam
He's a
into
nice
more of
guy.
an anti-hero, into even though Black Adam's always been more of a villain. Like he's always been a villain in the comics. Um, but he made him more of an anti-hero because he's like, no, I'm the Rock. I'm gonna make him a good guy. So I was like, there's no way we're gonna get a heel Rock. And after 2 decades later, we're getting heel Rock, and it's like, holy shit, we're getting Rock cussing, telling these kids to fuck off, telling his mama to fuck off. I'm like, damn, we are cooking for real. I smell what he's cooking this time.
yeah,
Since we're
he put.
talking about this match, one thing I do need. I need Mama Rose to slap that ball, motherfucker.
I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen. I think that's definitely gonna happen.
yeah.
Especially after The Rock put that boy Cody on a shirt. Like yo, that was that
Cody
was
done went
Oh
out
yeah.
sad the past 2 weeks. He has to win at night two at least. Well, since we're on night one, I'll give my prediction. Roman and Rock are winning. Cody has to defeat all the odds night two. Y'all can predict the rest.
Yeah, night one, it's Rock and Roman because I don't see Rock taking the L like that. It's like I said, if night one or if night two is Endgame, the night one is Infinity War. Thanos is getting his win, and you're like, wait, the good guys were supposed to win, right? What? What's going on? You have to wait until night two to see if they do make it out of it.
I definitely think they're probably gonna have Seth eat the pin, and then that's probably gonna play a part in Seth's like mental whenever he goes against Drew, and then that'll like help Drew win, I think.
Yeah. Well, because the thing is that, like, as far as the whole Rock and Roman thing goes, like, yeah, I would have never imagined this because I remember when he retained at WrestleMania 37 in the Triple Threat, I was like, I was like, man, I remember even at that time, like you could ask my mom's. I said it to her when we watched. I was like, damn, how much longer is he gonna hold that title if he didn't lose it in the Triple Threat, where one guy could pin the other and still protect Roman, like. How much longer is he going to keep that title? And here we are like 3 years later. And the thing is that I also mentioned that night, I was like, man, you know what? I could see him going up against The Rock at WrestleMania 38, especially because it was over there at AT&T Stadium, a place that packs like 100,000 fans. And so I'm like, yeah. And if The Rock's on the card, yeah, people are gonna watch, and that's gonna sell more tickets and everything. And then so we ended up getting Roman versus Brock, yeah, at that main event. It was a mid match, not really at any faults, any complete fault of each one, because I remember Roman got injured with his shoulder in the match, like he popped it out of place, so that's why I had to go short. But it was a great moment though, and honestly, I predicted Roman to win that match, and then and he does his pyro celebration, but while still in the ring, and then afterwards he grabs the mic and says, "Yeah, now I'm the undisputed Universal Champion, and you all got no choice but to acknowledge me." And then right as he's about to leave, we hear the "If you smell," and the Rock comes to the ring and starts talking shit to Roman, and just eventually like they get into a little bit of a brawl, but Roman gets out before Rock can give him a rock bottom or anything. And Rock tells him like, "Hey, it doesn't matter if it's here in Dallas, Texas, here at WrestleMania, or any other city or any other event. The bottom line is The Rock will lay the smackdown on your candy ass, Roman. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Like that's how I predicted WrestleMania 38 to end, but it didn't happen. And then I remember going into 39, I was like, all right, if The Rock shows up and challenges Roman to 40, then he's probably gonna have to do then Roman would probably have to win to do so. I don't see Cody beating Roman and then like after Cody leaves after celebrating everything, Roman's still in the ring, and then The Rock comes out and confronts him. So I was like, so when Roman won last year, I remember looking at my phone. It was like 8:30 local time over there in California. So I was like, "Oh, they still got half an hour left on the show. Maybe The Rock might come out." But that didn't happen either. And so yeah, we get this here and yeah, honestly, I would have never expected to see Rock and Roman teaming up. But shit, I'm glad we got it though. It's been a lot of fun so far. Uh it's provided us some good memes, most specifically, now go home and smoke some more crack. Like honestly, after that, I Googled the top cities in the US for cocaine and meth use, and Rock wasn't bullshitting. Phoenix
It
is the
is. It
number one.
really is, bro. It was
You looked it up.
crazy.
He
Yeah,
wasn't bullshitting, man.
crazy. And
I got two questions for y'all though about this match.
yeah.
First one, does Drew McIntyre interfere somehow?
Oh,
Honestly,
that's a good question.
honestly, I don't think he does. I think he holds off
He's been
until.
talking to Paul Heyman the past few weeks. Have
Oh,
y'all noticed?
oh yeah, that's right. He has backstage like a
Yeah,
little Easter egg back there. Yeah. Now that you mention it, shit. He
And
might.
I can see
they've
it.
already been helping him win kind of in like insignificant ways, but they've been around and done some shit and he's won. Like within the past month.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
Happened twice.
Cody faced Seth on Raw, and Solo came out and spiked Cody, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think another time it might have happened too. But I know for sure against Cody. And my other question is, I saw this on Ross in the clutch. Y'all know who that is. They were talking about it. How do you feel if Cody took the pin night one?
Nah. Mm-mm.
I don't think he will, but if he does, shit, that's gonna make me a little worried, man.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I would love it. Y'all already know, but like, I don't, I don't see it happening. I think Seth's gonna eat the pin, and I think Seth will lose the following night.
The only reason I say that is because I feel like I was against Cody eating the pin up until like I don't want the scenario which you said to happen because I feel like Seth has already been fucked in this storyline already. I feel like him the most has like been kind of in the back and whatever, so kind of been shit on. So I don't want him to eat the pin and to lose the title the next night. I'm like, God damn, I don't want him to get the total shit into the stick and take two L's. So my whole thing is Cody. You want to, like I said, they already want him to overcome all of the odds. Have him overcome one more odd. You ate the pin last night. Now we're gonna have ultimate doubt. Hey, are you actually gonna do this? But The Rock has to pin Cody.
Yep.
Okay, that's gonna also interfere with The Rock and Roman dissension. He could say, "Well, I beat Cody, you didn't," or even though he technically did last year, but you know what I mean. I beat him legit. I didn't need help. So
Yeah,
that's the reason I was like, if I wouldn't mind Cody losing actually, only for that reason, because I don't want Seth to get completely fucked in the scenario.
nah,
You raise a good point.
yeah, yeah. No, I see where you're coming from and everything. So I mean, yeah, because yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like Seth is a little bit in the back burner of this and everything, and then and I don't know. It's weird because it feels like he's in the back burner, but Drew McIntyre is even further in the back burner, kind of in a way, just because of the simple fact that Seth is involved in this match. Because like I remember it was during the Super Bowl.
Unless Seth wins in night two, I don't want to spoil nothing or anything. Unless Punk screws Drew, that's the only way Seth doesn't get screwed in the scenario. He loses night one, eats the pin, and he still wins night two only because of interference from Punk. That's the only
Maybe.
other way I see like Seth not completely getting screwed. But I don't want to spoil night two, so let's continue on night one.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like because I remember during the Super Bowl, WWE, like I guess on their YouTube channel posted like a little trailer for WrestleMania 40, and it was like where they're standing in front of like that CGI city, and it's Cody and Seth standing together, looking at Roman and The Rock. And so like maybe that should have been a telltale sign right there, because yeah, that was before that challenge was even laid out, and we didn't even know who was gonna challenge. I mean, we had a good idea that Drew McIntyre was gonna take the place of CM Punk, but we didn't know yet who was gonna challenge Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. But yet he's here in this promotional material, standing next to the rest of like another main event. And so like, so yeah, I guess maybe that should have been a telltale sign right there. But yeah, I see where you're coming from and everything, and I just want to point out that because just to go back a little bit to what y'all were saying about how good heel Rock has been recently, like yeah, honestly, the last time I seen him be that aggressive, I mean, like yeah, he was a heel as Hollywood Rock in '03, and that was fun and everything. He was entertaining, he was funny and everything, but but he didn't really have too much of like an aggressive edge to him. Whereas the last time I remember him being as aggressive as when he was whooping the shit out of Cody in the rain was Nick knows what I'm talking about. I sent him the clip, was when he was feuding with Stone Cold in '99 and he threw Stone Cold off the side of the bridge.
I thought that's what he was
Yo,
gonna do to
that
Cody.
I thought he was gonna
Actually,
do that to Cody.
yeah,
I
that
swear to God,
when he had him on that edge, I was like, oh shit, is he gonna just?
he's gonna tell him just like Stone Cold, go to hell. Like
Yeah.
yo, it don't get on more personal than that, bro. You throw somebody off a bridge, yo.
Or they could have done like an Edge and John Cena and been by
oh
some
yeah,
water,
time
just
to
him
swim, kid.
throwing Cody in a lake.
Right? I know they have a river over there in Chicago. So like
Oh, the
It's probably
Chicago
cold as hell
Sound.
too.
hmm yeah, it's cold over there in Chicago.
Bro would have caught a cold, bro.
Honestly, that whole segment with the Rocket Stone Cold on the bridge, because I remember I've seen that episode of Raw. I remember at the start, like Stone Cold's in the ring at the arena and the Rock is at the bridge. And honestly, that whole sequence of events was funny because I remember the Rock was standing there on the bridge and he goes, "The Rock is standing here on the Rudy Poo," and obviously he can't hear the crowd because he's at the bridge, but he knows they're gonna follow up Rudy Poo with candy ass, so he goes, "The Rock is here on the Rudy Poo. Hey, 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 don't do it. Don't do it." Like that was funny to me. And that's what I'm talking about. Is like that time he had that mix of funny and everything, but also yeah, the fact that he threw Stone Cold over a bridge, that's like attempted murder. And then just like it's when he told him go to hell, like before he sent him over, like that's what did it for me. It's like the way he said it was just funny. Just, you piece of shit, go to hell. and and I thought maybe they would have done the same with Cody, if I'm being honest. He had him over that ledge and everything.
Bruh,
But
Stone Cold was hanging on the ledge like freaking Mufasa, bruh, right before
for
Scar threw
dear
him off the
life,
cliff.
right? For real, he was hanging on for dear life, man. Mm. Oh man. But but yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think yeah, for sure the bloodline wins and we get the bloodline rules because yeah, like I think it was Tony who mentioned earlier, why would they bring that up if they're not gonna
Use it.
yeah, they're not gonna
Yeah.
use it eventually. And but here's the thing also is that when well actually I didn't see that segment live because I was at the 50 Cent concert. I was going to the rodeo to go see 50 Cent. But I caught it like a day later. And and yeah, when you mentioned bloodline rules, honestly to me, I thought maybe it meant like if you guys played SmackDown versus Raw 2009 and SmackDown versus Raw 2010, there were two John Cena storylines on the road to WrestleMania where in the first one he went up against MVP and the second one he went up against Randy Orton. So in the first one he faces MVP under what's called Better Than Utopia rules. And against Randy Orton, it was the Age of Orton rules, and those rules were like the same thing. Whereas it was like you could get counted out, but your opponent could stay outside the ring as long as they wanted to. Your opponent had access to rope breaks, but you had no rope breaks. For pinfall victories, your opponent only needed a 3 count, but you needed, I can't remember if it was a 5 or a 10 count. But honestly, when I heard The Rock say bloodline rules, I was like, oh, is it going to be like that? Him and Roman are going to win, and then it's going to be something like that for night two. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. It could still be, but we'll see what happens there. But that's what it reminded me of was the those storylines from the old SmackDown versus Raw video games.
All right.
I was gonna say, boys, real quick. I gotta hop off for a little bit. I gotta take care of my dog a little bit, but if y'all still talking, I'll hop on whenever. Y'all keep talking. I gotta charge my phone anyway, it's about to die on me. But yeah, I'll hop on back if I can.
Okay,
All
cool.
All right.
Yes, we should
right.
move on to night two.
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess we all agree that the bloodline wins night one.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
All right then. So yeah, that does it for night one. And night two, I guess we'll hop straight into the World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. So of course this I'm pretty sure this was gonna be CM Punk in Drew's place, but CM Punk got injured and apparently he's gonna be on commentary, I think.
Yeah.
yes.
That should be
So
pretty good.
yeah. Yeah, so CM Punk's gonna be on commentary, and
That's
so
interesting for me.
I agree. And so my thing is that like, you know, CM Punk in kayfabe in storyline, he absolutely cannot stand these two. Like this would be me if I had to choose a winner between in a football game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Is basically what this is for me. So like people always ask me when those two face each other, who do you want to win? I was like, bro, I'm cheering for the roof of the stadium to like collapse and
Yeah,
just
just
I
bro, just there to hate type shit. Like
forgot.
just there to hate. Like wow, that tackle sucked. Wow, that throw was bad.
right.
Just be
For
there hating.
For real. So I imagine CM Punk's gonna be the same way.
Yeah.
Wow, Seth with a sloppy ass Phoenix splash,
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre with a sloppy ass Glasgow kiss. Like,
Yeah.
and so honestly, because of that, because CM Punk, who absolutely hates both of these guys, is on commentary, I think I don't know if it'll happen during the match or maybe after a winner between these two, but I'm gonna say Damian Priest cashes in.
Yes. I was just gonna say, yes, hell yeah. That this perfect
Exactly,
opportunity
because CM
and
Punk
I
could be like,
hope
"Oh shit."
and
Both of them
then
lost.
Punk gonna be like, yo, please do it, please, do it, please, do it.
I think it makes sense, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I need it, bro. I need it, bro. Damian Priest, yes, I need it. I need him to cash in.
Like
Yeah,
I
but
said,
When?
I'm conflicted because my whole kind of prediction rides on night two, whoever eats the pin. So if Seth wins, I mean, well, Seth doesn't get pinned night two, Cody gets pinned. I would probably have him lose the title to Drew. Either CM Punk screw him and Damian catches in, or CM Punk screws him. But like I said, if he eats the pin, I want CM Punk to screw Drew McIntyre. And maybe, like y'all said, Seth has been champion long enough. You can have CM Punk say, "Well, shit, I screwed him. Fuck you too," and kick him or hit him with a microphone or some shit, and then Damian comes down and cashes in. So something like that.
And it'd also be great because remember how Seth cashed in and turned Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns into a triple threat, and then
uh,
to have that happen to him as well, getting
almost
cashed
10
in on
years
at
later.
WrestleMania, and
Yep.
CM Punk, he can bring that up in a promo. So I'm like, dang, bro, you got cashed in on. That's crazy. Couldn't be me.
For real. Yeah. Like yeah, so I can see that happening. I feel like yeah, that was it's unintentionally set up, but yeah,
So
it's
my
there.
final answer is neither. It's Drew. It's Damian Priest.
Yeah,
It's my
I
final
agree.
answer.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
So I
agree. Yeah.
kind of weasel out my prediction.
Same. Yeah, yeah. I think Damian Priest gets it and everything. And like you said, CM Punk's gonna be there, like fuck yeah.
He's gonna
Now
be what
none
Drew
of these.
McIntyre is actually trying to be online. You know how he's the ultimate troll online. CM Punk's gonna be that in real life. Like he
Hmm.
doesn't play the internet games. He does it in action.
So I guess
Yeah,
the prediction would be that does the cash in happen during the match or after? I think after.
Mine's gonna be after.
I think after two, and I don't know. I feel well if it happens after. Who do you think wins the actual match between Seth and Drew?
I'd say Seth.
Yeah, Seth.
Me personally, I think Drew might win it.
I'd be fine with that too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, because
Actually, no shit. Fuck my prediction. Sorry. At all. I just remembered the next like it's not the next pay per view, but the pay per view after that. It's in like July or June. It's in Scotland, and it's literally in his hometown.
Oh
He's
yeah.
winning the title, and CM Punk is going to beat him in his hometown. Because CM Punk's going to be back around June, July. That's what I would do. Actually, fuck. Sorry, Damian Priest. You might cash in. You're going to fail. But if you don't cash in, Drew McIntyre is my pick. Drew McIntyre's walking out as champion. That's my pick.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's going to go to Scotland as champion. It's in 2 months, 3 months. It's in June or July.
I
I
wouldn't
just
be surprised.
announced it yesterday. Yeah, Drew McIntyre is walking in as champion. Because they got to remember his contract's about to be up too. You got to butter him up. You butter him up by hey, you're gonna get a world championship match in a stadium. You're gonna win in a stadium, and you're gonna walk into your country as champion. So now re-sign the fucking contract.
Damn.
Right.
You give him everything he wants, though. Butter him up. So my pick is Drew McIntyre's walking out. I don't know if Damian Priest is cashing in or not. If he does, it's gonna fail. Drew McIntyre's walking out a WrestleMania champion.
All right then. All right.
Throw everything out the window once I
Hon-
realize.
But honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised if whether it's at WrestleMania or sometime after that, I wouldn't be surprised if Damien has a failed cash in.
I feel like he's gonna have Phil Cashman, and that's what actually sets up the Judgment Day eruption.
Bro,
Yeah.
I get that and all, but it's high time we have a cash in succeed for
When
a
was the
guy.
last one? Liv Morgan last year. I think that's the last one that was successful.
So I'm just talking about like for dudes only this
Yeah, yeah.
time.
No,
Like
I know.
for
I know
dudes
what you mean.
only.
I feel like everyone's
Big E was the last successful one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
And
Austin Theory had it, but he cashed in on a mid card championship and still
that
lost.
that was bad. If
I
they were
was
gonna do
happy.
that,
I hate Austin Theory. No disrespect. Sorry to get off tangent,
yeah,
but that dude sucks.
yeah, I don't like
I don't
Austin
fuck with
Theory
him
either.
either.
TSU.
But
That WrestleMania.
yeah, so that one this match here is definitely the most trickiest one. But yeah, I'm sticking with my prediction. I got Damian Priest cashing in and being successful.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Hold up, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Probably get
Drew
another beef.
McIntyre's winning, guys. I've cracked the code, found the script, because I literally just remembered where that pay per view is gonna be.
I'm also gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. Fine ass motherfucker, bro.
You're
So what's up, man? I don't really know you. Like, how long you been into wrestling, and what made you get into wrestling and shit?
uh that's the thing. I actually I don't quite remember from when I started. I think I just started around like 2010-ish. Um I immediately became a fan of like John Cena and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like the whole Nexus era, like, had me heated, like had me heated, bro. Like,
No, I feel you because I started out like in mid 2005. Like I think it was probably right around SummerSlam 2005. So like the Eddie Guerrero Dominic shit, like that was like the heat of the shit I was watching. But like I get what you mean because like I was a Cena fan growing up. So like I fucking hated Edge. I hated Randy Orton with a passion. Like I know you were kind of maybe well no you ended up getting a Randy Orton feud because they feuded forever. I felt like
yeah, I
not
saw
the
that one.
same feud, but like dude, him and Edge like that feud in like '06. That was some good shit, dude.
Hey, Angel, I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. Hey, Angel, I'm not sure if you plan on putting background music for this or whatever, but I found the guy. He has a playlist for copyright free beats for background music.
Oh,
If
okay,
you want
okay.
that, I'm gonna send you the link, just in case that's something you're looking for.
All right, bet. Yeah, I'm debating if I do or not, but yeah, I guess send it to me. Shit, that'd be great.
It's a Twitter post. He has a Spotify link on there and Apple and a download link.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you gonna edit like us leaving and talking during the middle, or are you gonna keep this?
No, I'll keep that in.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And so, what should we move on to next? I guess we gonna get the Final Testament versus the team of Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, I'm surprised that they're not getting BFAB and Scarlett involved in this.
This is the start of night two, right?
Yeah. So we already, yeah, we're already on night two. We already did Seth and Drew, and so yeah, now we got a 6-man between Karrion Cross and the AOP versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I would have liked for it to be a 4-on-4, but I mean, I think this would be good either way. They said it's going to be a Philadelphia street fight. Um, and yeah, I feel like they've been building to that anyway, even in that the tournament or whatever for the tag team championship ladder match when the Street Profits beat AOP, and I was like, oh, okay, so the next match, the match to officially qualify for the ladder match, AOP is gonna do something, or AOP and Karrion Cross, they're gonna do something that costs the Street Profits. And sure enough, that's what happened. And so yeah, we're getting a match at WrestleMania, 6-man tag team match. Um I think Lashley and the Street Profits are gonna win that one.
Yeah, man. I'm not a fan of Cross. I don't really see anything in him. No disrespect to any Cross fans out there if you're watching. If you see this, dude's kind of buns to me. So, Street Profit.
Cross, Karen Cross is kind of a very like he's a very, for lack of a better term, curious case. It just kind of seems like they just
Don't know
they
what to do with them.
yeah, they just
Yeah.
don't, they just don't know what to do with them. Like he seems like he'd be an awesome character, but
They
I
should
mean,
take him, send him back to NXT. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I feel like that's where he's most successful. I feel like maybe they just need to restore him, like they're
yeah,
trying to do with what's his name, bald dude. What's his fucking
Oh,
name?
Baron Corbin.
Oh,
Baron Corbin,
Aaron Corbin.
yeah. Um, if the Final Testament does win at Mania, good for them. But even if they do win, I don't think that that'll get
Like do much for them.
fans to care. Yeah, to
Yeah,
do much for them. Even still, I don't think fans will care. So I mean, uh, from a logical standpoint, I think, eh, I just can't see Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits losing.
and me neither, because they've been getting packed up every week too on the fucking show.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I better
For
fucking
real,
win.
yeah.
You get your ass whooped every fucking week.
For real, yeah. They have actually been getting one upped every week, and so yeah, this would yeah, yeah. So that's why I think Lashley and the Profits win. Because that's another thing is that like when the Hurt Business was still a thing, I was like,
That
man,
was some
if
good shit.
well, when they were still a thing, I was like, man, it'd be awesome if they would have stayed together and then at like WrestleMania 38 or something, it's all four of them versus like another group that they build up well enough to to be able to seem like a threat to them. And so yeah, Lashley, MVP,
I'm so
Benjamin, and
glad we never
Alexander.
got them versus the Bloodline.
Oh, that would have slapped hard. Hurt Business in the Bloodline, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of be like the Hurt Business be like, we've been hired to take you out, sort of deal.
to try to get the title shots from the Usos when the Usos were hot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
Bobby could have went after Roman. I feel like that was one of the only missing things of Roman's title reign. That's the one match I was like I kind of really wanted to see was him versus Bobby, but
That
everyone else
that
involved too.
that one and Roman versus AJ, I think, would also been good.
Yeah. I feel like they always needed a. Oh, another one too. I'm sorry we're getting off topic. A singles match with Randy Orton also.
Oh yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
great too. Yeah. Apparently they
Yeah.
were supposed to do that going into that
Last month,
SummerSlam,
yeah. Like
but
no, not last Rumble. It was supposed to happen at Rumble, but I guess they didn't trust Randy. Well, not they didn't trust Randy, but it's like his first match really back. Well, singles match. It would have been his first singles match back from that back injury. So they
yeah.
turned it into that fatal 4-way instead of because it was supposed to be 1-on-1.
Hmm.
Yeah. Unfortunate. But
Uh,
yeah, we're all going with Lashley and Street Profits.
Yeah, for me.
All right.
all right. Let's see. Next up, we'll do the United States Championship. Logan Paul defends against KO and RKO. So, uh, so Logan Paul's had the title since November, I think, and he at the Saudi show when he defeated Rey Mysterio. So, um, I don't know, like honestly, because honestly, at first I thought it was gonna lead it to a one-on-one feud with Randy Orton after the Chamber, but I guess he still has some. Also, there's some unfinished business between him and KO. So, um, but I think this could slap honestly. Like obviously Randy Orton's a veteran and everything. KO, great worker, and Logan Paul, I'm not the biggest fan, but hey, he's actually pretty good in the ring. And I'm not gonna lie, he's actually kind of funny too in WWE. Like I saw that clip of when he was in his pod at the Chamber and he brought a Sharpie in there and
Oh
he's like
yeah.
drawing devil horns because I'm on demon time and, and so
Not gonna
I
lie. I don't like how good he actually is. I wanted to hate the dude.
right,
Because I
yeah,
don't
like
know nothing about him, to be honest with you. I've never watched any of his. I know he's a vlogger or something. I've never watched any of his shit. I'm not gonna lie. I've watched a couple of his podcasts with the wrestlers. Those are good. But other than that, I haven't watched anything of Logan Paul. So I was like, who is this motherfucker off the internet just coming in here? But he's actually really fucking good, surprisingly.
right, yeah,
Good.
like I don't see myself buying his merchandise or anything,
Yeah,
but
me neither.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
but
don't want to see him world champion or nothing, but I like what he's doing. Stay mid card champion, do the high flying stuff, come around at the big pay per views, do that shit. I'm fine with it.
Um, as far as who's gonna be a winner, I uh I can honestly see, even though I hate to admit it, I can see Logan Paul winning. I can see Randy Orton and KO putting him over. As much as I hate to admit it. Uh, but as far as my pick goes just to be spiteful, just to be a hater. I'm gonna go with Randy Orton.
yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I do see Logan Paul. I'm gonna pick Logan Paul because yeah, I can see him weaseling his way into a victory. I'm not entirely sure how, but I can see it happening, especially with the fact that SummerSlam is gonna be in Cleveland. So I think he would at least hold it till there. Well, whether he drops
Yeah.
it at SummerSlam or not, I'm not sure, but I think he at least walks into SummerSlam in Cleveland with the United States Championship. And but like I said, like all of these guys are really good workers. Especially Randy Orton and KO. Like I said, pretty much Randy Orton and KO for that matter are both veterans in the wrestling business, and so yeah, I feel like their experience and everything will help elevate this match to be really good, and so yeah, like as far as spots go, like I'm not entirely sure. Like I don't know, maybe we can get some kind of crazy RKO again out of Randy Orton, but it's a matter of what's gonna set it up. Because I was at WrestleMania 31 when it was Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton, and Seth went for the curb stomp, and Randy Orton got him out of midair. Like
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
cool as
hard.
shit.
That was
Eh,
Don't
hard.
doubt KO now. You know KO be doing crazy ass shit too. He be getting run over, jumping off of shit. So he might be going crazy too.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. But but yeah, I think in the end, Logan Paul weasels his way into a victory.
That's my pick also. I got Logan Paul winning. What's not fixed, don't break it. It's not broken yet. Continue the run. Like you said, he's gonna walk into his hometown as champion, probably walk out or lose it. But they're probably want him as champion walking in. So Logan Paul is gonna win.
Hmm.
I respect y'all's pick.
Let's see. Next up, we'll go on to AJ Styles versus LA
Hey,
Knight.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely got
Um,
LA Knight winning that.
yeah, I agree. Not much to say there, but I will say though that I do like that segment that they ran on SmackDown a few weeks ago. I can't remember when exactly it was, but it was really recently where LA Knight showed up to AJ Styles' house and was brawling.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as the Triple H and Randy Orton brawl at Orton's house, but it was still fun to watch. Like I don't know what it is. I've always been a big fan of when they do like that personal stuff, like even when Randy Orton,
Bro,
or not Randy Orton, the Undertaker,
fucking when I know what you I know when like home invasion angles are great, but man, I know we're talking about WWE, and I'm not the biggest fan of them, but dude, talking about home invasion angles, Hangman, that motherfucker went to go talk. I mean, Swerve went to go talk to Hangman's fucking kid. Motherfucker's in the little
Yeah.
damn crib, and he's just talking to, bro. That is insane. You gotta shoot that man. Sorry to get
right?
off topic, but yes, home invasion angles are amazing. That wasn't one of the most intense ones. I actually thought it was really funny, but I liked it.
Yeah,
Nothing beats the home invasion angle to me.
no, I agree. Like
I'm fucked up.
like, yeah, no, I'd be the same way because like I said, it wasn't as, to me, it wasn't as good as the Randy Orton and Triple H one. But what I really liked about this one is that when the cops showed up, they actually showed like the body cam footage, and they had like the timestamps on the body cam footage. They had the date and time and everything on there, so it's like, it made it feel like really realistic and everything. So
And I
so I
liked
really,
it was actually, and another thing I liked, I don't know if anyone, that was AJ's real wife. So it's like that's a good touch. Like get your ass inside the house. What the fuck you
right.
doing?
Because when they did that with Randy Orton and Triple H, like that was just like some act. Randy Orton actually said in like a radio interview, he was like, "Oh no, that wasn't my real wife. That was like some model who can't act for shit." Like
Damn.
Randy Orton just buried her.
Wait, no, Samantha, don't open the door.
Since they didn't break nothing, and that was his real wife, wonder if he would actually pull up at AJ's house. Like, yeah, I'm gonna just pull up. We're gonna film this angle.
Right. But yeah, man, like yeah, I like segments like that take place like beyond the ring and people's personal lives and everything. Like, uh, yeah, like that's a good thing to do every once in a while. And in this case, yeah, it'd been a while since we seen it, and so yeah, I'm gonna go with LA Knight for this WrestleMania match. And I think Nick said he got LA Knight too. What about you, Jacob?
I said, oh, I didn't even give a prediction. LA Night.
LA Knight. All right then.
Yeah.
He has to win after not having a match last year.
Right? Yeah, I agree. Next, okay, this one's gonna be kind of tricky, and I'm gonna explain why. Is the women's championship over on the WWE Women's Championship over on the SmackDown side? Io Sky defending against Bailey. So Bailey won while she was still part of Damage Control, and then yeah, eventually she like picked up on like Damage Control talking about her behind her back and everything, and eventually decided to fight against Damage Control, and then we got the Dakota Kai coming back and seeming like she was seemingly siding with Bailey, but then she decided to side with the rest of Damage Control. Um, and then like I remember them saying in the rumors that, oh yeah, a former champion is coming back to to aid Bailey in her feud with Damage Control. And then I think a lot of people predicted it would be Mercedes or Sasha Banks, but now she's in AEW,
Yeah,
which which is a lot better than no disrespect to her when she was in New Japan, you know, she was happy there and everything, and she's still happy in AEW, I assume. But when she went to New Japan, I was like, hey, if she's happy, I'm happy for her. But me personally, I'm not getting up at 3 in the morning just to watch her wrestle. And so like but yeah, now she's in AEW and everything. And so I'm not getting up at 3 in the morning to watch anybody wrestle. Even the Elimination Chamber in Australia, like
dog,
I watched that as soon as I woke up, and I stayed off of social media so I would avoid
I'm not
spoilers.
gonna lie. I took
dog,
a nap and I just set an alarm to watch it.
Right?
I wasn't
dog.
watching it at the right time. I just set an alarm, literally like for 5 minutes before the pay-per-view started.
Oh, okay, okay. Well,
Dog, I adjusted my schedule so that I could wake up, but never again. I don't recall. I think I stayed up for it. I don't remember, but like never
I actually
again.
kind of stayed up for it too because I don't y'all watching the clutch. They were doing a 12-hour stream that whole
Yeah,
day from the end of from SmackDown to the pay-per-view end of the pay-per-view. So I watched most of that stream and I fell asleep like 3 hours before the pay-per-view was gonna start. Because I
oh
really
shit.
was gonna be like, fuck, I'm just gonna stay up all night. Cause not that much to stay up till 4 in the morning, but after I hit like 2 in the morning, I was like, fuck, I'm tired. And then I'm not gonna go to bed till like 7 because the pay-per-view is gonna be 4 hours long. So like fuck it, I'm gonna take a nap. My ass took a nap. I was like, I'm gonna set it 5 minutes before Elimination Chamber starts. And even then, once Elimination Chamber started, I literally watched the first like 4 matches in bed. And I was like, all right, I'll just get up now and watch it a little bit.
yeah, bro. But like never again, never again. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching an event at that time live. No, not doing it. Never
The
again.
I think the only time, actually no, I only did it 2 times when I watched an event that time. It was the previous Australia show. It was called Super Showdown. It was Triple H and Undertaker in their main event. Supposedly the last time ever was the tagline. Uh, I, I did stay up to watch that one, and
Was that a
then
weird hour?
was that
Was that a weird hour?
that one started like probably around the same time as the Elimination Chamber, because that was also Australia. It was at the
Oh,
Melbourne Cricket Ground, and I remember like after that match ended, I could see the sun starting to rise from my window. And then also 2015, the summer of 2015, they did a live event in Japan that they streamed on the
oh,
network.
I didn't watch that, but I know you're talking about the Beast in Japan or something like that.
Yeah,
There's
Beast
so
in
Beast
the
and
much.
East.
something. Yeah, Beast
Beast
in
in
the
the
It's
East.
East. Yeah.
where Finn Balor and Samoa Joe had that ladder match.
Was that the one? Because I
Yeah.
remember Finn Balor. No, it was KO.
Oh yeah, KO KO.
No. He took
Ladder
the
match
title
is
off.
that pay per view with Finn Balor because he
No,
won the
no.
title.
Yeah, Balor took the title off of KO in that one, and then they had a rematch that was the ladder match at the Takeover Brooklyn.
Okay, well, all I know is Finn Balor won the dang title.
Yeah, you were close. You were close. I don't know. No, you were close, man. Shit. But yeah, and then I remember it was like Kofi Kingston against Brock Lesnar. That was like one of the big selling points. Is like even though Kofi got fucking wrecked, and that wasn't the last time he could
Precursor.
get wrecked by
That
Brock Lesnar for
was
for
the
bigger stakes the
precursor.
next time.
Bruh, they did
That's not.
Kobe so
You gotta,
dirty.
you gotta kick Kobe's ass in two different countries in less than 12 seconds. And both of them combined.
That
That's just
was
racist. I'll be honest.
I agree. But but yeah, those are the only times I got up for like a WWE show on streaming that early and everything. But anyway, yeah. So we led into that because we were talking about everybody was thought, oh, Sasha's gonna return to unite with Bailey, but in my what I predicted was I thought it was gonna be Carmella, because Carmella's also a former women's champion, and in NXT, back when both of them were in NXT together, they had like a little bit of like a friendship thing going on. Carmella and Bailey, I think they call themselves Bay Mella. But but yes, and I thought, okay, Carmella's kind of postpartum, whatever, because she was out for all the last year because she was pregnant with Corey Graves' kid, and I think she gave birth in November, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, it didn't end up being Carmella. And then some people also predicted, oh, Alexa Bliss, and I was like, okay, yeah, Alexa Bliss is also a former women's champion. But I guess everybody, I guess it ended up being Naomi because Naomi came to Bailey's aid like a couple to 3 weeks ago, I think. But Damage Control still whooped up on her, and so yeah, so that's why it's tricky to me is because I would say Bailey's gonna win, but like a part of me feels like Damage Control is gonna get involved, and then their opponents from night one, Jade Cargill and company, they're gonna come to like also help out Bailey, but then a part of me feels like Bianca's gonna turn on the rest of
Really?
yeah, yeah, because a lot of people have been speculating that Bianca's going to turn it, and I'm not saying she's going to join Damage Control, but maybe she just kind of turns out of spite for Bailey. Because remember, there was also those segments backstage where Naomi was saying like, I feel bad for Bailey, honestly, but Bianca was like, why do you feel bad for her? What's happening to her is everything that she and the rest of Damage Control did to me, and so yeah, a part of me feels like Bianca could turn, but I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all guys discuss it before I make a definitive pick on this one.
I'm just gonna go with and listen. I I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. Io Sky's championship reign so far has been insignificant, in my opinion. So I think taking it off of her, if I think taking it off of her, would be the best move. Um, oh, he's back. What's up, dude? But yeah, long story short, I got Bailey.
Tony,
I made
Bailey.
a bet. Bailey.
Said Bailey.
Yeah,
Oh,
We're doing the evolution storyline. It's got to be Bailey.
my pick is Bailey also, and I'll be honest, no disrespect, it's actually been a good storyline. I don't have a reason why Bailey's gonna win. I just think she's gonna win because she's a face now. That's my reasoning.
Honestly, I was gonna pick EO, but now I think about it, because night one was at least as far as my predictions and some of y'all's predictions too. Night one was kind of a heel dominated night, so I'm gonna go with Bailey. I'll go. I'll go with Bailey, and
Nah,
another thing. What's up?
my bad. You got it.
Oh, I was just gonna say another thing about Bailey is because like yeah, when this happened and everything, when Bailey turned face as a result of standing up to Damage Control talking shit behind her back, I was like, so does Bailey kind of branch out and kind of have an extension of like the character she's been, or does she go back to the hugger? Because like I felt like the
I
whole
don't
hugger.
want her to go back to the hugger.
Yeah, at
So
this point,
I
I
want her
don't
to
want
be
her
the
to.
face, but don't go back to that shit.
No, I agree. I agree. At this point, I don't, because like in 2016, 17, like it was cool and everything, but it felt like Vince kind of fumbled that. And so like at this point, yeah, I wouldn't want to see her go back. Like honestly, like and she kind of gives me like a little bit of a vibe based on some of the things she wears when she's like in a segment that doesn't involve her being in a match. Like she kind of gives me like an early Lita vibe. And so like cuz yeah, I think it was that backlash in Puerto Rico, people were losing their minds over what she was wearing when she came
Oh
to ringside
yeah,
to help out
yeah.
Io Sky. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, cuz I ain't going to lie, like Bailey has been a big hear me out for a while. Like even as far back as when she was the hugger, but now more than ever like yeah, she's got it going on, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like me some Bailey, but
As
yeah.
long as they give her merch that isn't risky. I had to get rid of my old Bailey shirt. I said I'm a
Oh,
hugger.
oh yeah, positioned at certain angles. I know, I know what you're talking about.
What? Oh, it's I think
Yeah, the
Yeah,
I'm a
I ain't
hugger
trying
shirt.
to get canceled.
When you look at it at certain angles, it looks like it says something else. Oh man.
oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That was like the only questionable thing to me, but yeah, cause like yeah, honestly, like yeah, I could see Bailey like kind of, cause I mean, it was like what, a few weeks ago. She was at like at like a basketball game. She was sitting courtside and she was wearing something that oh man, she was kind of what did Jerry Lawler used to say? Puppies. uh, but man, nah, like but yeah, like yeah, I understand that. Yeah, yeah, I'm cool with her being a face again. But yeah, like I think at this point, as far as the hugger thing goes, that's at the point of no return. Like, don't do that and everything. But I would say because I mentioned just a second ago that that I see her being like she gives me a vibe of like Lita in the early 2000s. And so but the thing is that Carmella before she left to have her kid, Carmella was doing like the thing where it was like the thong above the waistline. And I remember she was doing that. And so I was like, yeah, Bailey could do that, but then I was like, I don't know. Carmella was kind of doing it already before she left. But yeah, you know, I'll go with Bailey in this one. So I think we all say Bailey.
Yeah.
All right. And before we move on to the main event, I guess we'll go over the other matches that we already went over since Tony wasn't here. We'll get his rundown real quick. The first one I started off with was Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins for the World Championship. And I said, because Punk's on commentary and he's a big hater of both of them, I picked Damian Priest. But
It's not
Yeah.
Damian Priest, not so fast. It is Drew McIntyre. They're going to be in Scotland in a couple of months. His contract's about to be up. You got to butter the motherfucker up if you want him to sign. Think about it. It's Drew McIntyre.
See, I think
Tony.
it's gonna be, yeah. Drew's been hating on Punk so much that Punk's like, you know what? Talk your shit now. But then when that match happens, I think it's gonna be Seth who beats Drew, and then because Punk's gonna interfere because he's like, oh, fuck me, no, fuck you, annual moment, and Punk's gonna have his like shine at Mania, one way or the other, at the expense of Drew, because Drew's like, oh, you say you want to have your Mania moment because of me? All right, here, I'm gonna give you your moment. You better enjoy it. Um, and then when Seth's like, all right, cool, I overcame the odds, I still champion. Damian Priest pulls Seth Rollins, heist of the century. You know, it's not going to be as good, in my opinion, but he's going to cash in um, on Seth, and then Seth's going to be out of the picture for a while because he still has to recover from his injuries, and it's going to go send Drew kind of on like a rampage, and he's like, nah, that's some bullshit, because then you could at least set up Drew versus Priest at Clash at the Castle, and you could give Drew his moment in his home country, um, because at least then, because I honestly don't see Damian Priest being a long reigning champion. Like I think trips might slow down on some of these championships being longer than a year reign after like this Mania, honestly.
see that, I see that. And what match should we go to next? Oh, the Final Testament versus I don't even know if they have a name yet, but Lashley and the Street Profits. Who'd you
I
say?
could have sworn they had a name. I just forgot what the name
Pride.
was.
That's their name. I
Yeah,
just little
Pride.
side.
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
Pride. Oh yeah, because I was like, what in the Lion King is this? I'm like, oh, it's Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Um, I honestly don't care about Karrion Cross. I don't
That's
know if
what
he
we
has any
say.
fans out there, but like, I guess they're gonna give him the win. Like, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping up with this like storyline at all. Like, I love the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, but like, I don't care enough about Karrion Cross to watch it. So
Them
I'm just gonna go Karrion Cross just to be like, I feel like they've been mean to Karrion Cross by not giving him any wins. They're like, here you go, be gone. Um, yeah, I really don't care about this match.
my my thing is why did they even pick Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits for Karrion Cross to feud with? That's what I was confused. Like why them? Why is this feud happening? What are we doing? But and especially if they had this feud, which didn't make much sense in the first place, and then just to have them go and lose at Mania is just I just but whatever. Like
Yeah, but I was telling them earlier, I was like, man, I'm surprised that it's not a 4-on-4. You could also get Scarlett and BFAB involved because I know they've wrestled too. I mean, I don't know. Has Scarlett wrestled on the main roster? I remember she wrestled one time back in like early 2017 as like a local talent, and she was wearing a Sasha Banks shirt, and she got squashed by Nia Jax. But that's the only time I can ever remember her wrestling in WWE. But I know Scarlett is also like more than a ballet. She's a wrestler, and obviously VFAB. She was with Hit Row at one point, but but I mean, yeah, like, yeah, if it's just 3-on-3, then yes, it is what it is. And I get, and yeah, well, me and everybody else, we picked Lashley and the Street Profits. But shit, if you think the Final Testament, then all right, shit, we gonna see. And then United States Championship, Logan Paul defends against KO and RKO. Me personally, I think Logan Paul's gonna weasel his way into a victory, especially with SummerSlam being in Cleveland later this year.
Yo. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't see Logan dropping the US title anytime soon. Um, unless like you give him like someone crazy. I'm not saying that KO and Randy aren't on that level. I just think more it's gonna be to try and legitimize his run a little bit more. Um, and yeah, with him being in his hometown, in Cleveland, then I think yeah, they're gonna try and give him that to help build the SummerSlam build for the future.
Yeah,
So
you know who's gonna beat him for that title, right? It's gonna be Braun Breaker.
I can actually
ass.
see that.
It's gonna be Braun Breaker.
Hey, Braun Breaker is tough in the ring.
No, I don't give a fuck about
That's
Braun Breaker.
Tony's
He's
worst
ass.
enemy. That's why I just said Braun Breaker to fuck with Tony because he hates Braun Breaker. But that's legitimately, I think that's who's gonna be Logan Paul. He's gonna become a. They're gonna push him after WrestleMania. He's gonna come to SmackDown. They already signed the con or announced that he's gonna be on SmackDown. So who else will be Logan Paul for the title? It's gonna be him.
Give me
So
Mello.
enjoy it while it lasts, Bubba. Melo's gonna be on Raw.
If y'all can do the draft, y'all can switch them up.
And then
The women's
next,
match. Or no, you did LA Knight and
oh
AJ
yeah, yeah,
Styles after that.
Every
Yeah.
night,
LA Knight, AJ Styles, yeah. I think we all agree that LA Knight's gonna win.
Nope. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, LA Knight. Yeah.
All right then.
oh, Cody Rhodes has appeared on my television.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I watched WrestleMania 38.
Oh. And so then, yeah, we already did. Yeah, he dropped in during Bailey and Io Sky and gave his prediction. But yeah, so then that leaves one match left, and that's Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. And I think a lot of us predict that it will indeed be Bloodline rules. We're gonna see what happens. And like I said before we went live, I think Cody Rhodes needs to pull up with Arn Anderson's Glock. Exactly. He needs to pull up with that shit. Because
But
honestly, I told Nick this in a DM was that on Saturday night I had a dream that it was this past Monday's Raw because of course I knew that The Rock and Roman were gonna show up. And so like in my dream, The Rock and Roman, they were in the ring and they were calling out Cody Rhodes. And then Cody didn't come out. Instead, they cut to backstage, and Cody's back there holding the rest of the bloodline at gunpoint with an AK. That happened in my dream. And
that
it's
is a
just
crazy dream.
right
He truly became the American Nightmare,
for,
That's crazy.
for real.
But
So,
hey, but that's been a thing. Like people's main complaint about Cody, bro. He ain't been standing on business. You know they've been.
I can't lie. I've been disappointed. I like I said all last year and all until last year, I was Team Roman, Team Roman. But I was like, yeah, this after the middle of this year, I'm like, yeah, Cody got to finish the story. But man, the past 2 weeks, Cody, you've been looking like a bitch. Be
for
quite
real.
honest.
Exactly. He been getting packed up, disrespected, that talked crazy about, like, man, yo.
For real, like, yeah, in action, yeah, he been being treated like a bitch, but in promo, like I like that promo that he cut on The Rock where he told him, "Is it gonna be that Big Dwayne energy or LDS, Little Dick Syndrome?" And I was like that meme. I was like, "What did he say?"
But then the
That's when he
same
was
kid,
wearing the black suit, right? That's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
yeah.
promo.
when he wore the black suit.
I don't know which one of y'all said that y'all never see Cody turning heel. I never did either until that promo. I was like, man, if he did this like as a heel one day, not now, not anytime soon, but in a few years, he would be a good heel. If he acts like he did on that black suit promo, I was like, you know what? He would be a good ass heel. I never envisioned Cody being a heel literally until that week.
All they all they have to do is make him like Homelander, just have him say and do wild stuff.
He already has the fucking look.
Right.
Yeah, he just needs to bring out his Bullet Club Cody. His Bullet Club Cody was on a different level. He was being out of pocket like Black Suit Cody. Black Suit Cody is literally just Bullet Club Cody. That's what I was really hyped about. He was just shooting promos like he was back in the Bullet Club.
I wanted to ask this at the start of the stream, but then I got kind of distracted. But I guess I'll go ahead and ask it now since we're talking about the main event, and of course The Rock has some involvement there, and The Rock mentions something like this in some of his promos leading up to this. But I want to ask you guys, in y'all's opinion, do y'all think would y'all be willing to say that this is the biggest that wrestling has been since 2000, 2001, the Attitude Era, which is when a lot of people consider it the peak? Would you say this is the biggest it's been since then?
I would say yeah, because while I was walking my dog, I was listening to the episode of Complex where Triple H goes and buys some sneakers and stuff. But he was saying himself, he was like, yeah, no, like we're at a point where like we're having all these connections with like the shoe, like because they were talking about shoes and how it's connecting back to the youth. And he's also like, but now you have all these major stars like Bad Bunny, Lil Wayne,
Mm.
Meek Mill, like little yeah, like all these different people just showing up like this giant like rap connection, this hip hop connection, that a lot of people follow. And then now it's like, oh, now they're making all these references to wrestling, making music based on wrestling. And then you have The Rock, who is like the biggest star in Hollywood, now being the face of like WWE for a moment, like and showing up to the biggest event of wrestling ever. And I think it's just a matter of like what Triple H was saying. He's like, you can't go to any other sports like stadium or like show or venue without hearing one of our like superstars' music. Um, and like even on TikTok, you've had like all these random ass like soccer teams. The Brooklyn Nets did it too, where they were playing Roman's theme song as like a TikTok
Acknowledging him.
trend. Yeah, and it's just like I think it's been the biggest it's been in like decades because I remember like wrestling in 2011, 2012, we were in poverty years. Like we were getting Miz versus John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania, and it's like this is what we're getting. This is what we're supposed to get, and it's like oh, but now it's like no, now we're getting The Rock and Roman teaming up.
Right, yeah, it was when I was standing in line at a U of H game. Nick probably remember. Well, Nick wasn't there when the guy said it, but he saw me when I was standing in line. It was that U of H game against Iowa State, that Monday night game when they moved us to prime time. And
Basketball?
yeah, basketball.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, when we played Iowa State in basketball. What's it called? That was an 8 p.m. game. I remember I was standing in line and I was in the red man suit and I heard like a couple guys in front of us or in front of me talking about because of course I was in the student section line and yeah, a couple of them in front of me that they were talking about it or I forgot was somebody's one of them he was quoting that old Kurt Angle promo where he's talking about Rey Mysterio. He goes, "You're a man." Or no, you're a boy, and I'm a man, and I'm a man that loves to play with boys, and so he was quoting that, and then his buddy his buddy goes, "Nah, honestly, man, wrestling even right now, it's a lot of fun to watch, man. Every time I see Roman Reigns, I just be like, you can't entirely see it on here, but I'm throwing the
yeah,
one up. But
yeah.
but yeah, yeah. So I'm like, shit, yeah, a lot of people talking about it and everything, and it's just like,
And not to mention, in a lot of like the big bowl games for college footballs, college football, they got the
Mhm.
WWE belts,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for basketball as well, they got the WWE belts.
Bro,
So I
the
think it's
Undertaker was up there when the Longhorns won the Big 12 title. He literally handed them the Big 12 championship.
yeah.
Yep.
Handed Quinn Ewers the title belt, the MVP trophy.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's
The
kind
Big
of
12 championship.
I think that's kind of
Carter
become
was there too, and Drew was there also.
a kind of a similar to a like video games and anime. It's kind of become more popularized because famous people are like into it kind of deal. Um,
I feel like,
wrestling's not the same as that, but I'm just using that as an example. It's kind of similar to that.
not gonna lie, got to give a lot of credit to Logan Paul and Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Mhm.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Especially
They're
Bad Bunny.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, because I like I said, I'm having a watch party for like WrestleMania. A lot of my coworkers are either like casuals or they've used to watch it or they know nothing about it. But like some of them are like, "Whoa, I heard Logan Paul's doing this with like WWE, like what's going on?" Or Bad Bunny, or this, and that. And so like they're still hearing from the grapevine. And another person that I feel like we haven't mentioned yet that's gained a lot of people's attention, especially non-wrestling fans, is Rhea Ripley. I have a bunch of my
oh
homeboys and
yeah.
homegirls were like, who is that? And I was like,
Jade
this is why
Cargill
we watch
too, dude.
wrestling.
I always see random non-wrestling fans say, "Who the fuck is that?" When they like when Jade goes viral, like Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, they pull in the casuals.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Another one because yeah,
Fuck the
like Tony
tribute
just said
with
about Rhea
Jade.
Ripley. Yeah, yeah, for sure. But like Tony was just saying about Rhea Ripley, like yeah, like a lot of like the meme accounts I follow on Twitter, like yeah, they were posting that clip of Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber talking about, yo, who is this? But I also saw like a bunch of like some of those meme accounts and also I think Daily Loud and World Star Hip Hop, they were posting clips of I think her name is Jada Parker or something like that over in
Yeah, the chick from NXT. Yeah,
NXT. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
They were posting her and they're like, damn, wrestling done changed. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, shit. Yeah, whatever you can do to get that stretch, whether it's celebrity involvement or just having bad bitches on there
shit,
and
right
everything.
now when we were watching this on I got two TVs and one of them's off now, but I have both of them going and I have them both on silent, but I just had it on and literally, I think I mentioned earlier, but literally The Rock and Roman Reigns were literally on Jimmy Fallon, like an
Hmm. Oh
hour.
yeah, yeah. That was tonight. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that
And
was tonight. I forgot about that.
like earlier today, Cody Rhodes was on First Take. Like 5 years ago, that shit wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Right.
That shit didn't even start happening until like literally last year. I remember like seeing the wrestlers WrestleMania week actually. Like they've always done media, but I've never seen them like on ESPN, The Breakfast Club, Complex. Like that shit didn't really start happening until like I feel like 2022, 2023 maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Honestly, I remember in 2022, right after Roman took the belt off of Brock and unified them, I DM'd one of my homies about it and everything, because yeah, he was like almost damn near over WWE at that point, but he was like, oh man, that was a pretty good weekend and everything, and honestly, I feel like wrestling's back at this point. And sure enough, man, yeah, it started growing. And I don't know if y'all remember, we were in Vegas and we were walking through, I want to say it was the MGM Grand, and I was wearing the Roman shirt and I had both the belts, and there was a mom walking through with like her son. Her son looked like he was about like 10 years old. And I remember she told him, look, he's got two belts and he likes Roman Reigns too. And so I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So they know about it and everything. But yeah, and it's just like, yeah, at this point, yeah, it seems like it's like getting really back into that mainstream popularity.
And also a lot of people are starting to respect it more. I
Exactly.
think are starting to respect professional wrestling more because they realize that a lot of y'all would not be able to take half the bumps that they have to take on a regular basis. And people like oh, it's fake, and it's just like, yo, there's still a very physical aspect to it. Like these wrestlers have to live with pain. Like quite literally have to live with pain, going from place to place, traveling all over the nation, doing these stunts, doing these bumps, and just all that having to talk, write lines, having to act on week in, week out, constantly like you wouldn't the average person wouldn't be able to do that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's why I have to give Logan Paul his props because every time like I listen to his podcast, he's giving props to like all these wrestlers. And he's like, "Yeah, you guys just kind of let me into your world, and I'm over here like, how do you guys do it like so often?" Because he's like, "I only wrestle every once in a while, and like that means I have to make my shit even bigger because you guys just do it so consistently and make it shine all the time." And I remember there was a I forget what match it was exactly, but he was trying to do the buckshot lariat where he basically blew out like his knee and
Yeah.
tore like all of the MCL, ACL. Um, and he still came back, but he was just like, yeah, no, this
That
shit
was
is
against
so much
Roman,
harder.
I think.
I think so. And yeah, now that you mention it, but and like I think him and like Bad Bunny and like these celebrities are just like, yeah, no, this shit is not easy at all. And I think with them having their fans being like, oh, okay, like I feel like their fans are more casuals. And so then they're like, well, if they're saying that this shit's a lot harder, then they're starting to believe it, and they're starting to see like, oh, and I think with WWE doing more like backstage and like back scene like behind the scenes shows like Montez and the Bianca Belair show that they do just to get more of like what they actually do and they're like damn this is a lot harder on you than they would have imagined.
And
Yeah, like I was watching that Pivot show, and I don't know if y'all watch it. It's for like three former NFL guys, like Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark, and Fred Taylor. So they're all good ass NFL players. I guess they seen the show and they had Bianca and Montez on there. Literally the whole thing. We're like, damn, I have like a whole nother appreciation for wrestling and all this shit because of this show and I see how y'all's life is and behind the scenes and how hectic it is. It's more hectic than our life, really, y'all. Y'all travel more. Y'all do what we do on a daily basis. Basically, giving them the props.
and what's about the? Oh no, I lost my train of thought. Crap. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. So yeah, in Bad Bunny's case, he was in a street fight and he took a lot of big bumps,
Hmm.
and especially like that one where he got put through like two tables or whatever. That was like, yo, props to him.
For real.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, because that's the thing that I can respect. Yeah, as far as like celebrities getting involved in the wrestling ring, it's like someone like Bad Bunny. He not only obviously he's a fan, he was a longtime fan growing up and everything, but also the fact that yeah he wanted to because like some people get in there like I'm not with no training at all because yes some people like like get in there with like without formal training, but like Bad Bunny got in there like yeah with that kind of formal training where he wanted to learn how to take the bumps and how to do the moves and everything. Whereas like because like someone like Shane McMahon never really had like any kind of like formal training, but like he's had some bangers like especially that match against Kurt Angle back in 2001. Like that was a hell of a match for especially for someone who hadn't had that kind of formal training. But yeah, Bad Bunny, he wanted to learn how to do the moves, how to take the bumps, how to sell and everything. So, and big props to him.
and I think coming back to celebrity thing too that helped legitimize it is like I don't know if y'all remember that time period. It was like in the 2010s where they were having like oh the special Raw manager and be
I was
like some
thinking
random
about that.
celebrity, and you could tell like half of these celebrities did not give a shit. They were just like
Yeah.
we're just getting paid, and so they're like yeah you're gonna be banned from Summerfest and
Oh yeah,
like you mean
Jerry Pippen.
SummerSlam, and it's like yeah, just like all these things, and it's like, oh man, like there were some people who really did care, like Freddie Prinze Jr., who's like been a fan like of wrestling forever,
It's
but
a
like
fucking
a lot
legend.
of yeah, and you had a lot of these guys who just like did not care, and so I think they're like, oh well, these guys are just here to get a paycheck, and made it even look more cheesy, more corny. But now you have like these new waves of celebrities like Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, who are like taking the shit so much seriously, and it's like, okay, now we can definitely like give them more credit. We're not just saying stupid shit to promote people's movies.
I feel that, man. I feel that. Yeah, and it's just
All right,
like, oh, we're gonna say,
I'm gonna say. Sorry to cut everyone off, but man, I think it's time to get to that main event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
No,
yeah,
no.
I
we
got
just
work
been.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I forgot. We just been talking.
And I have an idea that I want to throw out there, and it's been on my head, and I know I'm going to forget it. I just remembered it like 5 minutes ago, so I kind of want to spit it out before we get into the predictions. There's one thing I do want to see after night 2. So we all agree the Bloodline's going to win, right? Everyone agrees it's
At
going to
night
be
one.
Bloodline.
Night
Yeah,
one, yeah.
night 1. Bloodline's going to win. So night 2, everyone's going to doubt Cody, and they're going to doubt Seth too, because like Seth's health. He has to fight Drew. And it might I feel like I don't know why I have a feeling it's gonna be the first match of the night. They haven't announced it, but I feel like it's gonna be the first match of the night.
I think it will be too.
So, and y'all, all of y'all, at least, and me, everyone sees Seth not walking out with the title for the most part. Whether Drew's gonna win, whether Damon's gonna win, I don't think any of y'all said Seth is walking out with the title. So with that being said, and also Jay Uso, he's gonna be involved too. So basically, we're gonna have a segment early in the night. You know how they do the backstage segments? They look at everyone taping up and all that shit. They do it early in the night. Well, early in the night, I need Jey Uso because Jey Uso won last night. He needs to go up to. This is actually after the Seth Rollins match. This is where I want it to happen. After the Seth Rollins, after Seth loses, so Seth is out. Well, and after that, after their matches, right after their match, so they're in. Basically, Jay walks up to Cody like, "Oos, I got your back tonight, but the bloodline rolls deep. We're outnumbered. I don't know if Seth is going to be there." And Cody says, basically, kind of smiles and says, "I have a plan." And that's kind of a storyline throughout the night. What's going to happen? Who is Cody going to call? Who is Cody going to have to have his back? It's going to have everyone thinking because we know tonight, the main event that night is going to be overbooked. It's not going to be nonsensical, but we know it's going to be crazy. We know it's going to be like last year, but times 10. The Rock is going to get involved. Seth might get involved if he's able to recover. Jay's going to get involved. Jimmy's going to get involved. But we don't know who else is going to get involved. There's ideas. People keep saying maybe Cena, maybe Stone Cold. Well, you can imply that. And let's say they can't get them guys. Well, maybe you can run back what you did last year and really tie the storyline all together. Even though I feel like Stone Cold and John would be better options. If you can't get them two guys for some reason, you get Sammy and KO. Basically, you have two guys. Basically, you're getting a couple guys to have their back because I think Seth is going to be out. So you're going to be outnumbered. So it's just going to be Jay and Cody versus what the fuck else. So someone's going to have their back. And I just want it to be a storyline throughout the night to get people thinking. And you know how Triple H likes to tell stories. And it's going to imply some shit's going to go down later tonight. And just get people even more excited for the main event. But now we can go to the predictions. But I just want to throw it out there. That is something I really want to see. I know WWE ain't listening. I know I'm not a writer, but I feel like that would be a really good idea to do that early in the night, get everyone anticipated. So you already know they're going to be outnumbered. Even if Seth is there, you're still outnumbered. So Cody has to call somebody. He has to get back up somehow. So just throw that wrench in the middle of the show.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, you could see Cena and Steve Austin there. Of course, when that segment in Chicago at the end of the show when The Rock was torturing Cody, there was that production truck in the background that had Cena and Austin. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, maybe that's some foreshadowing." And that'd be pretty good. That'd be some pretty good foreshadowing if if they do get them involved. Shit, maybe The Rock could take on, or maybe Austin could take on The Rock just because that's a long time rivalry. Maybe Cena can handle Solo since that was his most recent feud. Who knows? Maybe because he's gonna be there that weekend because he's doing his One Dead Man show. Maybe the Undertaker comes out as the American Badass and like gets involved with one of them. Gets involved with Jimmy or something.
Maybe Cody Rhodes breaks out of Ted DiBiase Jr. out of federal prison and brings back Legacy.
That is crazy.
Dustin comes out.
That is crazy.
I come from money. I come from.
Bring back Randy, then they bring back Legacy.
But yeah, so hey, I'm willing to down this hill. I'm still going Roman Reigns. I'm willing to down that hill.
I'm gonna tell you something before anybody says anything else. Because of course in December I went to San Francisco, and the last time I was in the Bay Area was when WrestleMania 31 was there, and I went to WrestleMania 31, and I remember, yeah, Roman was in the main event, and that's when he was not getting the reception he gets these days. But yeah, and but the thing is that not long after that vacation, I actually had a dream that instead WrestleMania 40 was taking place over there in the Bay Area, and the main event was Roman defending the title against Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre in a triple threat. I don't know why, I don't know how that came about and everything, but I was there to see it, and Roman won in WrestleMania 40 and retained. And then it was like afterwards, people just kind of went up about their business. See, here's the thing, is because I remember in 2019 the Astros and the Nationals, they were playing each other in the World Series, and it was Game 7. I remember I was at a bar in downtown Houston, or Midtown actually, watching it, and oh my God, when Michael Brantley got struck out on that last at bat for the Astros,
Hmm.
and as a result, the Nationals won. Like, yeah, the Nationals won and everything, and like it just got real quiet in that bar, and then like eventually, like they just kind of turned off the audio from that game, and instead they were just playing like an NBA game that was going on, and playing the audio from there, and I was like, yeah, that's the worst feeling, is when you're watching your team playing in the championship game in your home city and everything, and you're watching it, and they lose, and then they just switch over to another game and just play the audio from that game, and it's like that's the worst feeling. It's like that would be the same kind of feeling this year if Cody loses again in the main event, and it's just like, yeah, you just kind of got to do whatever else, but
You
And
know
uh
what
then there's
this
a
reminds me of? It reminds me of some pain, but it's kind of funny at the same time looking back at it, even though it is a painful subject. Have you seen that video? It's gone viral a lot. I think it was when we played the Saints played the Vikings in the playoffs. I think it was the Vikings. It could have been the Rams, but it was literally a fucking bar full of Saints fans. They were going fucking crazy, and then it's like 10 minutes later, and the bar is dead.
oh shit.
Like,
yeah, cause Stefan Diggs caught that
yeah,
pass and scored
okay.
that
It was
touchdown.
against Minnesota then. I knew it was either the Rams year or the Minnesota year, but yeah, man. But that video is funny as fuck, and that's what it reminded me of when you brought that up. But it
Yeah,
brings me
man.
pain because I am a Saints fan, but like that video, I can be objective. It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
Because they're really partying like a motherfucker. Like bitches are twerking, people going crazy, and then all of a sudden the next shot is everyone just fucking sad. And the bar is literally quiet. And we're just sitting down at the table like this.
And then the Saints haven't been back to the playoffs since.
well, no,
I don't think they
they
have at least.
the
I don't think they have.
2019 season they faced Minnesota in the wild card round, but they lost that one too.
They
Oh yeah,
lost
yeah.
to Tampa Bay after too.
And it's
Oh yeah,
funny you
yeah, that's
should.
right. The Tampa Bay. I forgot about that 2020 season. Yeah, yeah, the
Drew
COVID
Brees
year.
Okay, yeah,
last
yeah, yeah.
game.
And it's funny you should mention that game. Speaking of Stefan Diggs went to the Texans, but that's a whole nother.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he went to the
You know
Texans.
that?
Yeah,
They
Oh,
got traded to the Texans today.
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't even keep up with that. Oh shit.
It happened at
yes,
like
sir.
9 in the morning. I got the damn notification.
yeah, for like just like a few draft picks, not even a lot. I
Like
think it
a
was like a
second
second round draft
round
pick.
pick for next
Yeah,
year. Like the Bills are dumb. They're gonna draft. They need to draft AD Mitchell. That would be a good draft pick for them. Get AD Bills. I'm not a Bills fan, but I would like AD Mitchell with the Bills. Good fit for him.
Another thing it kind of makes me think about is well this one is kind of funny to me because it happened to the Falcons. Is I actually seen a fan's video. I think it was like at some I think he was watching it at the Georgia Dome because that was their last year at the Georgia Dome. They were watching the Super Bowl when they played against the Patriots, and yeah, they're all celebrating and everything, and then that fourth quarter happens, and after the Patriots fourth, yeah, it was quiet as fuck in the in that viewing area at the Georgia Dome. Like yeah, like I said,
Man,
you could hear a mouse pissing on cotton, And yeah, me personally, that made me happy. Because here's the thing: yeah,
That was
eventually,
me last year after Cody lost. I was like, damn, it's kind of quiet, but I thought it was kind of funny.
exactly, yeah.
It's
I was like,
hilarious.
for real, because yeah,
But to actually be there, dude, literally the atmosphere just went fucking quiet like that.
Yeah,
it
these
Like
folks,
did,
all the
man.
air got sucked out of that building.
these
It
folks were sad
did,
like they lost the Super Bowl, yo. That was crazy.
bro. Yeah, it definitely did get like yeah, real quiet in there and everything. And
Everyone was quiet. I literally, as soon as the three hit, I told you so. I told you. I knew you were gonna lose.
Hey, I would have started a whole brawl, bro, because I would have been like, we smoking on that Cody pack. I would have, yo, they would have jumped me for sure.
But man, all right. I guess we'll get into these predictions. How times have changed. My prediction is Cody. This is what you gotta do, man. You gotta come out with your wife, even though she's annoying. Gotta come out with your dog. Gotta come out with your mama.
oh
Not the
wait,
dog.
well,
Sis.
I'm
You
sorry to
gotta come
interrupt
out
you.
with Jay.
He's got to come out with his sister too, Lana Rhodes.
Come out with his sister. You gotta bring Art Anderson and the Glock.
They know who I'm talking about.
We just go, you know what? You got it, bro. You got it. I'm not even.
I don't know what I'm. He got some sisters. Bring
Nah,
them
don't,
bitches
that's not even like that.
so she can slap the rock.
Carry
I
on,
don't know
bro.
what y'all are
Carry.
trying to imply. I'm not getting it, but I'm gonna
What
keep going.
what Angel said was flagrant, and like you even
I didn't catch on. I'm just gonna be honest. I still don't even know what y'all laughing about.
that was. All
Can't
right,
catch
bro. Yeah,
on.
never mind. Doesn't need to
He
Lana
continue.
Rhodes. Lana Rhodes
Continue.
needs to appear to support
Oh,
her brother.
and
okay, sister. Okay.
then you said, yeah, he's gonna bring his sister, and I was like, wait, okay.
Oh, I knew his sister always be tweeting. You don't see that bitch always tweeting. No disrespect to the women out there. I'm just saying she be tweeting. I be seeing her. She be mad on the internet because Cody be getting his ass kicked.
Bro, y'all finna get us canceled, bro. We not even an established like.
Yeah, man,
I can't-
I don't know if he's monetized or not. So I've been smoking off camera. That's why I disappear. But I don't do it from the camera because I don't know if you can hit off this shit. I don't want your camera.
We're definitely been demonetized because we've been cussing like all fucking
Right?
for Zoom.
All right, y'all good. Y'all good. Shit.
All right, well, back to my. He's gonna bring Lana. He's gonna bring all the Rhodes family, all of them. He's gonna bring the Rock's mom too. And then Cody. I don't know what the fuck you gotta do. You gotta get Stone Cold. You gotta get John Cena, God himself, to strike Roman down. And somehow you gotta end the night with a 1, 2, 3. My pick. Cody finishes the story. A part of me, like 20% of me, doesn't want it to happen just because I want to see the backlash. But I want Cody to finish the story a year ago. I didn't want it, but now I'm like, it needs to happen. So please, Cody, finish the story. Y'all's prediction.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go and say mine, and I'm all peace out because I'm tired and I have work in the morning. But um, I'm saying yeah, Cody's gonna finish the story. Kind of same with Jacobs. He's gonna bring out everyone. He's gonna. I had this like idea in my head that I thought would be really funny. Would be like he's about to lose to a Roman, and then we bring out the hologram of Dusty like they did at Tupac that one. And then
Crazy. Crazy.
they're
All
gonna
times are coming for you, Roman.
exactly. And Cody's like about to lose, and then he sees Dusty's hologram, like kind of like Mufasa in Lion King, and Dusty's like, "Remember who you are," and that's when Cody gets up and does like, I guess 10 crossroads because three wasn't enough. So he's gonna do like 10 of them on Roman, and
Just
finally
spam the
pins him.
finisher button.
And then yeah, I think it'd be cool if he's able to come out to like Dusty's song, and then Goldust's song, and then his own song. How do they do that compilation?
Well,
And then
they got to start it
yeah,
off though with "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill. I used to pray for times like this.
Low
Like
key.
this. Right?
Hey, that'd be a perfect opportunity to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, they need to do that before the promo,
Yeah.
like they did
but
with Little Uzi Vert last year with the Usos or whoever. I think it was Little Uzi.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
little Uzi.
But I gotta go because I gotta be up at like 7. So I will see you guys later.
All right, thank you so much, Tony, for joining us, man. We appreciate you.
But
All
yeah,
right,
I'm
y'all have
I'm
a good
going
one.
I'm going Roman. Who are you going, Angel?
I'm going Cody. I'm going Cody, but
Okay.
but the
It's
thing
just
is,
me.
but the thing is though is that now we could also predict, even if it's a quick prediction, what's going to happen afterwards. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to get Rock and Roman next year, but is Rock going to be the face or is Roman going to be the face? Because I mean, there was that promo in Phoenix where the Rock.
Roman Roman's gonna end up being the face because
I feel like that too.
he's going to end up being the face because the ultimate goal of Vince, even though he's not around, even though he's not around right now and still isn't around, and probably his plans don't matter now, but still, the ultimate goal, not of just Vince, but the WWE in general, is Roman Reigns to be a good guy, I guess. Unless you don't need him now to be a good guy because you got Cody. But I still feel like their end goals for Roman to be cheered, like how Cena is now, like Roman, like let's say after this run, after he goes against The Rock next year, he does Cena. He does the Cena thing where he only comes around once a year, once every 2 years. But when he comes around, you don't want him to get booed. You want him to get cheered. So ultimately, basically have The Rock say, well, I'm the tribal, not only the final boss, I'm the tribal chief. I'm the guy that's the ultimate say so in this family. You didn't win at WrestleMania. I won at WrestleMania. I
Right,
pinned
yeah, yeah. I got a pinfall at WrestleMania. There you
yeah,
go.
I got a pinfall. I pinned Cody Rhodes. You didn't pin Cody Rhodes. You might have done it last year with help. I didn't need your help. I pinned him. You didn't. So
And
who's really the final boss?
what will seal that is if at the end of that Rock says, "You need to acknowledge me." I'm
Yeah.
like, yo.
Oh
You need to,
shit.
yeah, you need to acknowledge me. Basically, you're out the family, or you're because basically, like this is the fall of the bloodline, and he's
Mhm.
gonna maybe ask Solo and them. Basically, you're with him or you're with me. I'm the final boss. I'm the say so. Basically turn everyone against Romer, basically try to kick him out, and basically the end goal at 41 is the battle for the tribal chief or final boss, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, head
Roman,
of the table, whatever. Yeah.
Tribal combat, yeah.
hmm Yeah. Yeah, because for the longest time, yeah, I thought maybe it might be face Rock versus heel Roman, but yeah, depending how this main event goes, and if it goes the way I wanted to go, then yeah, I say definitely yeah, build up to face Roman versus heel Rock because I mean yeah, it kind of threw me off like recently, like how whenever they pose in the ring, the Rock instead of throwing up the hand like this, he throws up the L, and then on top of that, yeah, that Phoenix promo when The Rock was getting ready to do the "If You Smell," and Roman told him, "Hey, I'll do anything for you and my family, but I need one thing from you: acknowledge me." And The Rock acknowledged him, but now without hesitation. And so, yeah, yeah, I think it'll eventually be a heel Rock against a
I
face
just
Roman.
don't I just don't think The Rock is gonna screw Roman to help Cody. Like I honestly thought that up until 2 weeks ago. Up until Cody got
Right?
bloody, I was like, yeah, The Rock is gonna turn on Roman at
I
WrestleMania.
thought the
At
same
the
too.
end goal, I was like, after Cody got his ass whooped 2 weeks ago and got cut, I was like, there is no way The Rock can turn on Roman
Right.
now. Like that would be literally stupid. That would be dumb. So basically, like we're saying, have Roman lose and The Rock be pissed off you lose, and you just drag it out throughout the year, like they did with the Bloodline this year. How the dissension was, how they dragged it out. It didn't happen in one instant. They dragged it out. Drag Roman in because you the end goes next year. You got to drag it out no matter what. It's not
Yeah.
happening this year. So
And that's why me personally, I feel like it would be better to have WrestleMania in Vegas next year for that main event because
yeah,
Vegas is like the internet is the entertainment capital of the United States.
and I'm
But
not gonna lie. The only reason I thought the reason that we're gonna have in Minneapolis is it's Brock's hometown. I thought he would get his retirement match there, maybe like against Gunther or Braun, but like he's out the company right. Well, he's technically not out the company, but he's out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
under contract, not around, and they don't have any intention of bringing him back yet. So, and I'll be honest, I don't see him back in a year. So what's the point of taking it to Minneapolis next year? There's no point if
exactly.
Brock's not around. Take that shit to Vegas.
Exactly, because honestly, right after that news came out, like all of a sudden Vegas was in the front running to take WrestleMania next year. And so I'm
Right
like,
after
oh
the press conference, or right
yeah,
that same day, because I sent it to you. I was like, oh shit,
they
maybe
might
it's not.
announce it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but nah, even like a bunch of the dirt sheets and everything were saying like, oh, Vegas has taken the lead over Minneapolis. But in recent weeks, yeah, I heard that Minneapolis took the lead again, and I also heard that there are moves being made in the company being to bring Brock back. I'm not sure how well that's gonna go over, but hey, man,
and
well,
another reason I'm saying don't have it in Minneapolis. I don't know if I just read it on Twitter. I didn't watch the interview. You know how you follow wrestling Twitter sites and they quote interviews. Basically, they asked Nick Khan what he thought about the weather this weekend because it's supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be like in the 50s and 40s and like
uh-huh,
60s. It's going to be cold and it's going to be an open door. He's like, and he basically said this agreement to have it in Philadelphia was made before was the last WrestleMania like finalized in the previous regime, like basically under Vince.
hmm
So that made it seem like maybe he doesn't want WrestleMania in the cold places because he's the president. Now. He can make decisions because he
right,
basically said it wasn't my decision. I didn't want it. And he didn't say I didn't want it there, but he basically said like I didn't have no control over that.
right, yeah, he didn't have any say, and
Yeah, so maybe people complaining about it. Maybe if it is cold this week, they might say, "Well, yeah, why the fuck would we want it in New York or somewhere like that in April if
Yeah,
there's no
right,
room?"
yeah, I just checked the way. Yeah, it is gonna be hella cold in Philadelphia. Oof.
Well, not New York, but like a place like Minnesota. Even though there is a roof, like still the whole week, getting there might be snowing.
for real, like, yeah,
How
exactly, like,
transportation?
and
How
I mean, like,
transportation is affected?
honestly, what is there to do in Minneapolis besides go to the Mall of America?
Exactly. Like I
Whereas,
don't
like,
know anything else in Minnesota but the Mall of America and the Twins
you're
and the Vikings. That's it. And the Timberwolves.
but that's why I bring up Vegas because I mean Vegas is the entertainment capital of the United States, and
And another thing,
that's where all
even
the big
though
boxing and UFC matches happen. And so yeah, the fact that it's the biggest face of the company right now, Roman Reigns, versus one of the biggest faces
biggest
in
man out.
company
And
history,
not
The
even
Rock.
that, you know how we keep saying everything's coming full circle. Everything kind of started at that press conference. Their match got rejected and changed at the press conference in Vegas. So now literally everything comes full circle. You ended in Vegas next year. There you
Right. But I
go.
mean, shit, we don't know because I heard that speech from the Minnesota or the Minneapolis Sports Committee or whatever that said
I've
like
seen the
there's
headlines. I didn't watch the video though, but I hope it's not true.
no, there's a video. It's a woman, and she's saying it. It looks like it's like in some kind of conference room, and she says, "We have an event that we were hoping to announce real soon, but we gotta wait a few weeks to announce it. But we're hoping to announce it real soon, and it's gonna bring an economic impact that's only second to the Super Bowl." And so I'm like, yeah, like I don't, yeah, like because I mean,
Well, if they get in the Final Four, March
yeah,
Madness.
Final Four or the college football championship, but yeah, so yeah, that kind of makes me a little worried, but yeah, definitely Vegas. If we do Vegas, you want to stay at the Luxor again? Because it's right there by the stadium. We can
Yeah,
walk there.
behind the stadium. Well, the stadium's right behind the Luxor.
Yeah, exactly. We can stay at the Luxor and just walk there. Yeah, that's a quick walk. Hopefully, they would do the Hall of Fame at that Sphere.
Oh, yeah, that should be nice.
But yeah, so I guess that's our WrestleMania predictions and everything. And thank you all for joining us on this video. And shit, I'm excited to see just what the hell happens this weekend. But until
It's
next
gonna go
time,
crazy.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
Until the
this is
next
gonna be
time,
one for the books.
for sure. Like yeah, I'm hoping they do something that makes me wish I was there. Like yeah, make it so fucking badass that you make me say, man, I wish I went to
Like
Philadelphia.
I'm not gonna lie, even though I wasn't that fan of a car, I still regret I didn't go to 38 in Dallas. Like I was like, damn, I should have went after Stone Cold actually appeared, and
Hmm.
because I was tired of. I even told you I'm tired of seeing Brock and Roman. Even though I like Roman, that iteration of Roman, I was like, that literally just ruined the pay per view for me. But like, bro, that pay per view was actually really fun. Like I'm watching it right now. It's that good. Like I don't go back and watch every WrestleMania. I'm literally watching 38 right now. Like that Bianca match, that Cody match, good shit.
Yeah, 38 was really good and everything.
Stone Cold returning, like that, all that made me regret not going. I'm like, damn. I they wish I would have went.
Nick, you got any final thoughts before I close it out?
Thanks for having me. Hopefully we can do this again, you know, whether it's wrestling or something else. I'm down for whatever. But yeah, just thanks for having me. Nice to meet you, Jay.
Yeah, you too, Nick, bro.
And yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right then. So yeah, WrestleMania is looking like it's gonna be a fucking banger this weekend, and yeah, I just can't wait to see what unfolds. And on top of that, I'm excited for this for the future of WWE right afterwards. It's looking like it's gonna be really lit. But yeah, until next time, thank you for joining us, and peace out.